pleasant good afternoon. I almost didn't know what time it was. Don't even know if anybody's around. It's a Saturday afternoon. Usually people are busy on the weekends. Me today, not so much. And not so much. I'm not feeling that great today. But I'm okay. Got a little something going on. I don't know if it's a cold. Hey Anastasia. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if I got a cold. I don't know if I got a sinus infection. I don't know if I got something going on, but there's something going on. And it is so fucking windy here. God darn it. Gosh darn it. It is so windy. I don't know what's going on the last few days. It's been so windy here. If you guys hear me sniffling, I apologize. I don't know if I have like a sinus infection. I don't really feel like I have a cold per se. I just got a lot of congestion going on right now. So if I sound like a little out of breath and like I can't breathe that good, that's why. But how is everybody doing? How is everybody's Halloween? Ours was kind of boring, to be quite honest. My son's like getting old, so he really didn't want to go trick or treating yesterday. His friend was here. They wanted to scare the trick or treaters, and it just didn't really work out because we didn't get that many yesterday. Which last year I ran out of candy. I literally ran out of candy, which was like the first time I think that's ever happened to me since we've like lived here. And I bought a big bag too because we usually get a ton of people at our house. Um, People like to come and take pictures in front of the house or whatever. So I was I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even barely like skim off the top of the bowl. I think because it was so cold yesterday and it was so windy yesterday, and it's still windy today. The day before yesterday, we got a huge storm. I mean, it was like crazy rain, flooding everywhere. So I think a lot of people just either, I don't know, they might have went trick or treating, but our high school does this thing, which I think is great. Every year they set up the high school, like the kids, the older kids and some of the staff, they'll take like a wing of the hallway and the cafeteria, and they set up like a little activities in each room for the kids to do. So and it's free. You just go there, you could donate food if you want, donate a couple of cans of non-perishable items, and they hand candy out to the kids. All the high school kids are dressed up. It's really cool. I brought Jesse every year because it was great. Yeah, we decorated this year. My decorations blew over. I mean, it was like a mess yesterday, the other day from the storm we had. But anyway, so yeah, it was a little crazy this year. So I assume a lot of people went to the high school and then they were probably like, I don't want to walk around in this wind, with the Ash, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Hold on a second. Um, a lot of people probably were, like who wants to walk outside in a costume when it's like windy and you know what I'm saying? You got like hats on and whatever you have on your costume. It's probably not that easy when it's windy out. So I assume that, that's why a lot of people were out yesterday. Hold on a second. Let me just make this banner. This banner. All right. Anyway, so yeah, so it was like a quiet Halloween, which to be honest, I was kind of fine with because, it's kind of annoying. The dog is barking like crazy on Halloween because there's people constantly at the house. But it was a quiet one. Jesse's like, this is the worst Halloween ever. Like, sorry, dude. I'm like, hey, you've been pretty lucky because he's almost 13, right? Through his whole entire life, Halloween, it's been pretty nice for most of his years. Okay, I'll never forget. I was telling him, oh wait, how come it's not scrolling? Why does it do this to me every time? Hold on, I gotta fix this. Edit, scroll banner at the bottom, save. Okay, um here you go. Did I get it right? Teach my Ash. All right, happy birthday. Hope you're enjoying your day. November 1st, huh? um so yeah, so I'll never forget when we were in third grade. My best friend, well, one of my best friends, my friend Doug. I had two friends. My friend Tommy, who was a girl, and my friend Doug, who was a guy, that I grew up with my whole life. And my friend Doug, he was like huge fucking into Halloween. Like he loved horror movies and shit. He fucking loved Halloween, dude. Like that was his absolute favorite holiday. Like when we were kids, he used to like set his whole basement up and make like crazy haunted houses. And we used to like, it was crazy. He had lighting. I mean, he was like so fucking into Halloween as a kid. I'll never forget. It was third grade. He was in my class. He was in my class like almost every year. So he was in my class, and dude, we're in an assembly. They had like some stupid show, you know, we're all excited. We just want to get out of school so we could go trick or treating. And all of a sudden, our gym was like huge. You know, they had just built it, and it had like a tin roof kind of, and all of a sudden you just hear the fucking rain like pounding down on the fucking gym, and he started hysterically crying. He was like, no, Halloween's ruined. Like he was so fucking upset. So fucking upset. Oh, your birthday's Halloween. Oh, that's so awesome. That's a pretty cool birthday. If I was gonna pick any holiday to have my birthday on, I think that would be it. So he was fucking crying. I mean, just like hysterical. I was telling Jesse about it the other day because I'm like, dude, I'm like, you're lucky that like I think this is probably the worst weather we've had on a Halloween, you know, since you've been born in 12 years, so or 13 years almost. So I'm like, you're pretty lucky that, you know, it's not that bad. It could have been worse, but you know, this is like at the same time I was thinking in my head and it was making me really sad. I'm like, this is like probably one of like the last Halloweens he's really gonna want it. Like he didn't even really want to go trick or treating this year, you know, like he was like, eh. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, he's getting old, you know, and that's upsetting because I was like, you know, you really like, how long do you really trick or treat for? Like, you know, when I see like high school kids coming to my house, I'm like, aren't you guys a little old for this? So, hey, oh, yours is tomorrow? Holy shit. Now I got to put you on there too. Hold on a second. Anybody else got a birthday? Do you know? No, just kidding. All right, so I want to address a few things, but hold on, let me get Ash's thing here. Sorry, Ash, you gotta share. Why isn't it letting me edit this? Here we go. And happy birthday, Ems. Happy early birthday. But I'll just write happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ems. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's do it. There we go. How come this isn't working? Oh, whoops, I was pressing the wrong button. There we go. Oh, that looks like shit. Sorry. I don't have the premium, so it looks lame. I don't know what to tell you guys. All right. So, anyway, I'd rather the teenagers T trick or treat and be out drinking. That's true. That's true. Yeah, we didn't get many, which is very rare for us because usually I go through almost all my candy. Last year I ran out because it was really nice last year. So, but it was cold yesterday and it was windy and it's still windy today. And this wind is killing me. I hate it. It's fucking so annoying. You like go outside and like all of a sudden this huge gust of wind comes. All my Halloween decorations are destroyed. Like not all of them, but anyway, I have this big like archway thing, and this year we got this new skeleton guy that has wings. He's pretty cool. He has like horns and his eyes glow, and I hung him from that to make it look like he was like flying through it, and it kept blowing over. I feel like this was like the windiest October we've ever had. I swear to God, this thing must have blew over like 100 times this year. Plus, I think the added weight of the guy was, you know, so next year that guy is definitely not going in my archway. But thank God my husband's a welder because I think the metal thing bent and so he's gonna have to fix it. Like he fixed my Christmas arch that I got from Lowe's years ago. I paid like so much money for this thing and it snapped last year. Well, it snapped 2 years ago, fell over. Once again, it was like a windy day. It fell over, and my husband welded it back together. And then the weld didn't really hold because he like wasn't able to do it like really good that time. So he had to do it like in a rush. So last year, he before we put our Halloween stuff up, I mean before we put our Christmas stuff up, he like sanded the whole thing down and like re-welded the whole entire bottom of it. Like he went out and bought a welder just so he could do this. And it held up last year really well. So that's only a good thing. He definitely could fix things. Uh I decorate for all the holidays for nostalgia. Dude, speaking of nostalgia, I was watching this channel the other day. I love like vintage Christmas stuff. Well, I love vintage Christmas and vintage Halloween too, but the vintage this girl, dude, did the craziest shit. She like ordered this tree online. I don't know how she did like figured this out, but she ordered this tree and she turned it into like I don't know if you've ever seen like the vintage like I want to say like 1950s Christmas trees, right? Where obviously, I don't know if they had artificial trees back then, but, like, they looked, like, very bulbous. They didn't have that, like, cone shape that they do now. They looked like kinda like they got smaller at the bottom, then a little wider in, like, the bottom third, and then went up in a point, and the branches are very sparse looking, and then the tinsel was big back then. They used to hang a lot of tinsel on the trees, and so she took a regular Christmas tree and she turned it into like one of these vintage like looking trees and it is so pretty. So beautiful. Yeah, she cut the branches and then she like took some of them and she put like she made like the middle branches like longer. So she cut some of them off. She cut a little too many, I think. I was like crying while I was watching it because she had the link at the bottom. That tree's like $300 and she's like butchering the thing, but it came out really, really pretty in the end. Like the way she did it, it was so beautiful. It was so pretty. Spray painted it black. Who's that, Laura? But I was like, oh my God, I would love to do that. My mom had a tree years ago when I was young that we got from my dad's stores. My dad owned a store, a liquidation store. Kind of like if you have like a Ocean State job lot, that place always reminds me of my dad's store. And or Ollie's. Ollie's is a little different because they have that big book section, but if you have one of those, like that's like basically exactly the kind of store my dad owned. It was like a liquidation. You know, they would do buyouts from like, you know, either companies that were going out of business or overstock or whatever. So we had so much shit, dude. It was like ridiculous. But anyway, they got these Christmas trees. So my mom bought this tree where it was crazy. It was like an artificial tree. It was a very nice tree. Actually, I don't know if she got it from my dad's store. Now that I'm thinking about it, she might have got it from Fortune Offs. But anyway, you stack the pole and then you literally had to put every fucking branch. Like, you know how they just all kind of open like an umbrella now? You literally had to sit there and open up every single branch. It took us like 2 hours to like put the tree, just to put the tree itself up. Then we had to put the lights on. But you had to sit there and open up each and every branch, like fluff the branches up and then you had to put the branches on the tree. So they were all like marked, you know, by color. I wish I still had that tree because when I watched this girl's video the other day, I'm like, oh my God, that tree would be perfect to make a vintage looking Christmas tree out because you could essentially rearrange the branches from like smallest to, you know, you could take the longer ones and put them up higher and then put smaller ones at the bottom, giving it that vintagey type of shape. Oh, I saw one, Ash, they have that at Walmart, the Grinch tree. The vintage tree. What the fuck was that, dude? Whoa, my computer screen just glitched like the Matrix. Um, you don't even eat candy? Send it this way, Mandy. I'll eat all your shit. But yeah, they have it at the at Walmart. I saw it. Dude, Lowe's is fucking killing it. If you guys are looking for Christmas shit, like outdoor, Lowe's is fucking killing it this year. I gotta go check Home Depot out because I haven't. Home Depot was a little late, but Lowe's is fucking dude. They're on it this year. There was this one thing. Hold on, I gotta show you guys. I want these so bad. You guys know I'm obsessed with balls. Balls. Uh, no, I love Christmas balls. I don't know. All right, if you've never been to New York City, then you probably won't understand why. In New York City, there's this. They do it every year. I forget where it is. I don't know if it's by Rockefeller Center or something, but they literally have this like giant fucking thing of Christmas balls that they put, and it's so fucking cool, dude. It's just so cool. It's like a stack of like Christmas, you know, like the ornaments balls, and I fucking always loved that thing, like, ever since they put it out there, and so I was like, "Oh," I'm like, you know, "I want that thing." That thing's fucking awesome. I tried making my own Christmas balls years ago, which I did. I did a pretty cool one using a yoga ball, like a giant one. it's really hard to create like a giant, why am I saying this? All right, hold on. Let me put Lowe's Christmas. I'll show you guys. It's really hard to create like a ball, you know? You can with like paper mache or something, but I don't know. It's hard to create it. So, and then where do you store it? You know, that's the other thing. It's not like you can't really take it apart. So I saw these yesterday. If you know anything, my archway that I have outside, it's like a silhouette of a giant Christmas ball. And then I put a smaller one. I have a smaller version of it that I put in front of it. And I don't know. I got some weird obsession with giant Christmas balls. Don't ask me. Don't ask. All right. But anyway, oh, this isn't the ornaments here. Holiday decorations. But anyway, they have these fucking giant. I've seen like blow up ones, and I'm not like, no offense if you're into the blow up things. I'm not really like a big fan of them. Although I will say they've gotten a lot better over the years, the blow up things. I feel like when they first came out, they looked like kind of tacky, but now they got some pretty fucking cool ones. Like even like there's been times I'm like, oh, I kind of like that blow up thing. Like I think I might fucking buy it, but I don't. But anyway, let's see if I can find it. Hold on. You guys know me. I don't know why I'm like way more into Christmas this year than what do you call it? Halloween. All right, let me go. Where is this thing? Oh, I definitely don't want to go on camera. I look like a fucking mess right now because I'm not feeling the greatest. All right, so here we go. All right, let's see if I can find it in the meantime. Like some of these, I'm like, okay, why would you want that? But other, oh, here it is. Okay, it doesn't look that cool on here. If you see this in person, there are these giant Christmas balls, but dude, they look like almost like a Mylar balloon. Like they're so reflective. Here it looks like matte, but in the store, it looks like glass. I don't know how the fuck they accomplished this. Like it doesn't look like a regular blow up thing. It looks like actual fucking like chrome like glass Christmas ball. It's fucking amazing. If I saw it on here, I wouldn't even buy this thing because I'd be like, oh, that sucks. I didn't even know it was an inflatable. How's that? When I saw it in the store, I literally thought it was like a giant plastic or something ball. But I'm like, why the fuck is this thing $199, dude? You could kind of tell up here. It looks so ugly online. Holy shit, I never would even like look at this thing. If you look up here, you could kind of see that it's a reflective, but like, dude, I'm telling you, this thing's like a mirror when you go in the store. It's crazy. And I'm like, where do I buy that? But I'm like, I don't know, $200 and it doesn't light up. I'm like, that's kind of steep. But it shows on here, look, you could stack them up like into like a pile. I want it so bad, but I am not paying $200 for this thing. Not. See, it even says sparkly or holiday decor with, hold on, let's see. Who the fuck has enough money to stack them like that, dude? That stack right there probably cost you like fucking $2,000. Just get the fuck out of here. I'm getting struck for your copyrighted music, so I'm gonna turn off. I don't even know why, because I don't monetize my live streams. You can kind of see in the video that it's like reflective. I don't know how they did this, but it is fucking cool looking. It really looks like glass once it's blown up and the wrinkles are out. One of them like didn't have the wrinkle out that good, and the other one did, and it looked like fucking actual glass. I was like, that thing is so cool. I want to stack them, but I'm like, not for fucking $200 a pop. All right, we don't need to watch this whole thing. They're pretty cool though. But I'm like, I don't get it why they're so expensive when like the other inflatables to me are like, look, $99. Like I would think it's harder to make this with all the different colors and shapes, and you got to sew, different shapes, the duck. I would think it's a lot harder than to make like a ball. I don't know, maybe it's the material, but I'm like, what makes this $200 and then like this guy's like same size, 3 feet. This one's bigger. Why is he only $19? Like, make that one make sense. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm like, I thought maybe they made a mistake. I was like, they must have made a mistake marking this thing, but no, that's the price. I'm so fucking mad because I'm like, I want a big ball. I want a big blue ball. But yeah. They also have really nice outdoor, just light stuff. But you know what? I have to say, I don't fucking trust Lowe's 100% because, whatchamacallit? Hello, nice to meet you. Hi, Leanna. Nice to meet you, everyone in the chat. Well, how would you know my name if you're just meeting me for the first time? Anyway, um, did I say my name at all? Maybe I did. I don't know. All right. Anyway, so yeah, so that's that Christmas stuff. They have nice outdoor lighting stuff, but oh, that's what I was gonna say. I bought a couple of things from Lowe's and the lighting. And first of all, I would definitely buy the extended warranty, but of course it always breaks after the warranty runs out. Um, and like these snowflakes that they have, these LED snowflakes, they lasted 2 years and then it went out and it was like past the time that the thing was you know, it was past the time that it expired, so I can't even do anything about it. All right, I'm going to stop scrolling here. All right, so I wanted to talk about something real quick. Real quick. I typically try to ignore Tracy the Truth. And I try not to address her because, Tracy hates me. Okay, let's just whatever. And I know what it's from. I know what the story is why Tracy fucking hates me. It goes back to this panel where it was me, John, Tracy, and Laura. I think it was on Laura's panel, okay? And Tracy was at the wedding, and I'm sure if you guys were around back then, you remember the fucking story. She came up on the panel, and I'll admit, I was a fucking asshole towards her that night, like a total fucking asshole, you know? But Tracy, she kind of made herself look like a fool that night. And it was bad. It was really bad. I think she had a couple of drinks at the wedding that night, and I think she I don't know, had some fucking beer balls or something, and she came up on the panel and she made a complete and utter fucking fool out of herself that night. She said some really racist stuff to John that was not cool. And ever since then she has like not just like disliked me, she fucking hates me, which is fine. Like, cool, I don't care. Hate me, Tracy, that's fine. So anyway, I typically more often than not, I don't listen to her live streams, right? But the other day, somebody tells me that, I heard that Tracy had mentioned me in her fucking live. So I go listen to it. And I didn't listen to the whole thing. I literally just kind of scrolled through the beginning because I know everybody's like bullshitting at the beginning like I just did about Christmas shit or whatever random things are going on. So I go maybe I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes in. I do that all the time with people's live streams. I hate watching intros. Not like intros like if you're talking, but like if you're fucking if you're what do you call it? Like playing music, so annoying. I hate the music. I'm sorry. I fucking hate it. I hate it almost as much as I hate YouTube merch. But anyway, I go scroll into it and I don't know who you are. So why do you want to come up on the panel? Anyway, so I go scroll into it and I start listening and I'm like, wow, that's fucking, she's talking about, two things that could be true at the same time. She's like, Leanna is obsessed with Laura, and Laura called CPS on Laura because Leanna is obsessed. Both true. And I'm like, all right. And then she's calling out, Tiffany right now, which I think was so fucking petty because Tiffany shared Alicia's link and Tracy hates Alicia. I don't even know what the hate that I can't figure out. I can't figure out what her hatred is for Alicia. Like me, I could pinpoint a time, and a situation where she became very fucking angry with me. So I get that. I understand it. But with Alicia, I really don't know what happened there. Like that she's so just again, it's just it's not just hateful. She is really fucking hateful about that shit. Just so fucking hateful. Yes, I do know you. I was on your channel before. Well, then just say who you are, dude. If you were on my channel before, because I don't know who you are, dude. No fucking idea. Anyway, so I get it. So anyway, I'm listening to I'm not even joking. I listened for 3 fucking minutes of this live stream, maybe 5, right? And I'm like, oh my God, she's such a hypocrite because she's like, I don't understand why people choose sides on this platform. And I'm thinking, really? Because you were just bitching about the fact that somebody shared a link to somebody that you don't like, thusly them not being on your side. So, but here's the thing. I'm sick. Tracy, she just like really has no self-awareness because I saw her writing to this troll account. Oh, I'll get there in a second. Anyway, I decide to write this post, which like I don't even know why. I just was like, dude, I fucking like this was just such 3 minutes I listened to her, and I'm like, the fucking hypocrisy, Tracy. And like, granted, we could all be hypocrites, myself included, everybody. But like, I couldn't believe the shit that was spewing out of her mouth. I was just like, what the fuck is this woman like saying? It doesn't even make sense, right? So I write my little post, okay? The next day, I go in my fucking, I think it was the next day. I go in my I'm just looking at my notifications and I see that Tracy mentioned me and I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, I already read her reply. She responded to me after that. I didn't even, I read it, but I didn't like respond to it. I'm like, I don't want to get in a back and forth with you, dude. But like, here's the thing. Stop fucking, I don't talk about this woman, okay? Which again, she could have an opinion on me without me talking about her. But like, stop spreading this fucking narrative that like I was so obsessed with Laura. That's why Laura called CPS on me. Just to lay this out here, I don't know if Tracy realizes this, but my friendship with Laura ended in I think February or January, February of 2021. Okay. She called CPS on me August 2021. So it was only a couple of months, dude. She makes it like, oh, I was talking about Laura for years and years and years because I've heard her say this, and that's why Laura called CPS because I was obsessed with her for years. And that's what she was saying in this live stream. She's like, Leanne is fucking obsessed with Laura. So that's why Laura called CPS on her. And I'm like, really, Tracy? No, that's not what happened at all because it was only a very short span of time from the time I was friends with her to the time she did this. And I've heard her say the same, she pushes Laura's narrative that I was live every day about her all day, talking about Laura. That's all I fucking did for years, when really it was only 6 months. Okay. And go back on my channel. You can see all my live streams. They're all there. Okay. And Laura, yes, was discussed. Was she the topic the entire time of every fucking live I did in those 8 months? No. I talked about a whole bunch of other things. So stop spreading fucking false narrative, dude. Like, I'm just sick of hearing it. I don't know why she like calls Laura out, but it's always like she pussyfoots around Laura all the time. It's always like, she'll call her out, but she's kind of like scared to just fully accept that Laura is, Laura. Like, it's fucking weird. So anyway, back to her post. I see that she responded to me. I didn't even fucking, she's like, I didn't even fucking like, I'm not getting in a back and forth with her. Okay. Then all of a sudden, now I see the next day, I see another tag. So I'm like, why the fuck is she tagging me again after this? Okay. This is where shit gets weird. Because I see this other account that tagged me. Hold on. I don't know the name. So let me look on my phone real quick. The other thing was the Belgab troll. Okay. So I see Tracy. Then I see 2 tags. I didn't even notice there was 2 tags that day from this troll, and then another one from Tracy. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I click on the first one, and oh, that was her first one. Okay, never mind. That was the first response to my post. Here's the second one. It says funny. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I clicked on the troll first, and I didn't see that they even tagged me twice. I only saw this one. So it goes, it's a picture. I didn't even really look at the picture because I was like, who the fuck is that? And I found out later it's Tracy. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, whatever. Everybody, people love doing that. I'm not going to fucking sit here and attack her fucking looks. It is what it is. Right? She don't look the best in the picture. I'll just put it like that. Okay? Okay. So I look at the thing, I look at the post real quick. It says, ugly creature, the truth, attacking 3 beautiful women. They tag Tiffany first, then Alicia, then me. With a question mark, okay? Then I look down in the comments because I'm like, who is this? I have no fucking idea who this is. Why are they tagging me in this? Because let me just explain to you. I get fucking tagged in shit all the time from people that I don't know. And I'm like, why is this person tagging me in this? Like, I get tagged from that clip punk person all the time, and they tag me in shit that like I'm like, why are you tagging me in this? Like, I don't even know what this is. So anyway, I look and I see Tracy under the account saying, "Hello, Trisha, LOL." And I'm like, and it's spelled Trisha, Trisha. So I'm like, who the fuck is Trisha? Right? Who the fuck is Trisha? I have no idea. I don't think she necessarily attacked Tiffany. Well, who said she did? Did I? Or I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying she attacked her. She's just like, it was so petty what she was calling her out for. You know, I don't. Shay and Alicia makes sense. Well, how could you say that? It's like, dude, just don't fucking watch her, man. Like, why does Alicia bother you so much, Tracy? I need to know. Did she do anything to you? Because I don't think she did. Um. So anyway, when I saw Trisha, I'm thinking in my head, who the fuck is Trisha, right? Then I click out of this and I go to Tracy's post because I'm like, maybe Tracy's, I don't know what the fuck she's tagging me for. So I go to Tracy's second post now and she writes, funny how, she tags me and she writes, funny how as soon as you have a problem with something I said, a troll channel pops up against me, LOL. Again, the irony is not lost on me. And I'm like, what? She's acting like this is something that has happened in the past before. Like, Tracy, more like, okay, there's been certain trolls that anytime I talk about you, these trolls come in my chat, like this Daddy Sakura troll, or is this thing on or off? Okay. They come in my chat. Tell me when that's ever happened to you. Name a troll account where like that has been about you. First of all, the troll account's not even about you. I don't know what the Belgab shit is, but I thought that was like Richard Graper's community or something. I don't know. But I'm like, tell me when you've ever had a problem with me and a troll account has come up for you. I don't like what who even makes troll accounts to troll Tracy? Like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, so whatever. All right. Then I go in and she posts me again because I guess she was reading my comments under my original post. And she writes, again with the willfully ignorant. I never thought for 1 minute the troll was you. And I'm like, really? Because what you wrote kind of made it seem like you thought it was me, Tracy. Like, I don't know how else to take that. You could never take time away from your Laura coverage to troll on me. I'm like, okay. She's like, that's the only thing she has is that I am obsessed with Laura. Okay, Tracy, you can fucking think I'm obsessed with Laura all fucking day. I don't care. I will talk about that bitch for as long as I fucking want to. Okay, thanks. Anyway, so she said, I said the irony is not lost on me. That the troll appears right at the time you decided to comment on my live. I'm like, I don't know when the troll appeared, but okay, Tracy. The troll's first post was beautiful MM. Actually, that wasn't the first post, was it? Wait, hold on. Let me see, because I didn't even realize they tagged me in 2 posts. MM, Tiffany, and Alicia, LOL. You have a fan out there. I'm like, okay, I really don't fucking care, dude. Whoever it is, great. Like, I don't know. It seems less like they're a fan of me, Tracy, and more like they're just trying to piss you off, like, to be honest. So I go and read the other post, which I didn't see until way later. The troll wrote a post. Okay, where is it? They tagged me twice. I didn't even realize it. I thought that I saw 2 things, but I thought one was like a reply to a comment or something. I don't know. So it was, did you want drama? Mika Mobster is right about you at the truth. Didn't Savage's homegirl threaten to dox you because you wouldn't stop harassing people? Is this what you do on your free time? Harassing people, talking shiz about them, but when people smack back, you play the victim, don't you? I've seen you attack people when they don't even bother or disturb you. You talk smack about people's families. You are racist. You insert yourself when it's clearly that it's not none of your business. I think they messed up. No wonder Pepper ain't your friend no more. Are you jealous of women that are younger than you? You sure do have a pattern that you always target at women that are younger than you. Maybe you are jealous of them, perhaps. I think you love drama because you were bored with your life. I think that is pretty fucking accurate. She writes back, this is kind of funny. Ready? You ready? Everyone is younger than me. She writes back, everyone is younger than me. I'm sorry, that's kind of funny. She's like, everybody's younger than me. And you're picking on them. Oh my God, that's kind of funny. You forgot, ready? She goes, you forgot MM jumped in my business, not the other way around, but carry on again. And I'm like, Tracy, are you fucking senile, girl? You mentioned me in your live stream. Somebody told me that you were talking about my CPS call in the live stream. So I went to the live stream to go see what you were saying. And I heard just a bunch of fucking like stupidity, hypocrisy, like just like you're the things that you're saying don't even fucking make sense. You know, I don't know. Like, you must have like thought it was brilliant. You're like, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna point out two things and say that both are true. You know, like she's like, I don't understand why people don't get this concept. And I'm like, I think we all understand that two things could be true. But the part where she said that she doesn't understand why people are picking sides, I'm like, you're mad at one person for sharing a link, okay, to somebody else, thusly not being on your side. So what do you mean you don't understand it? You, of all people, are really about sides, okay? If I don't remember 100%, but I think the whole reason Tracy got mad at me in the beginning, and this is where the irony comes in, was that I was talking to Laura. And Tracy at the time was so deep in her fucking hatred for Laura, dude. So deep in it. I mean, she fucking hated Laura with a passion. Do you guys remember? I mean, anytime Laura went live, Tracy fired up a fucking live or fired up a video, made a video about Laura. It was constant, it was nonstop. But then she has the balls to call me obsessed. Tracy's obsessed with Brian. Tracy's obsessed with Alicia. Holy shit. Natasha Cooper, she went through. You know, now it's this lolcow people. There's like, you know, she always has somebody that I'm like, Tracy, this is YouTube. Everybody does the same thing, right? They talk about people. It's a fucking drama community. Why are you acting though that I'm obsessed? But when you talk about somebody repeatedly every time you're fucking live, you're not obsessed. Like these people that say this shit, just it blows my mind. Blows my mind. Hold on, I gotta let the fucking pain in the butt in. Let me just go grab the dog. He's scratching at the door. Gonna knock it down. Oh, let him out. Sorry. You wanna go out? All right. Sorry, he wanted to go out. It sounded like he was hitting the door to come in. But anyway, I'm like, I mean, I guess we're all obsessed with people on here, right? Fine. If that's like the worst thing you could say about me is that I'm obsessed with Laura, it is what it is. I don't care. Anyway, I've always maintained as long as Laura's on here acting a fucking fool, I will do commentary on her for as long as I feel like it. Okay? So, you both could talk about one person or many people. Both true. But anyway, back to this troll thing. This is where I was confused because she's like calling the troll Trisha. And I don't know who Trisha is. I was like trying to figure that out the other day because I'm like, she's like, the irony is not lost on me, makeup mobster, that a troll account pops up every time you have an issue. But I'm like, I am not friends with anybody named Trisha. Like, I've never had a personal relationship with anybody on here. I had a friend named Trisha in real life, but not on here. So I'm like, who is this Trisha? And then I'm like, is she talking about Trish, not Trish? What is her name? Trisha, not Trish? Because I'm like, I thought she spelled her name with a C, not Trisha. So I'm like, is Tracy just being facetious, trying to piss her off and spelling her name with the wrong way on purpose? Or, but then I'm like, I don't talk to Trish. I've never had a fucking conversation with TNT outside of a chat. I've never talked to that girl ever, ever. So I'm like, and is she even around anymore? And I thought they were friends. Then I come to find out they're not friends. But at the time, I'm thinking, aren't they friends with each other? I'm like, this is so confusing. So I'm like, how are you in the person's comments, the troll's comments, calling them Trisha, but at the same time trying to accuse them of being like associated with me somehow or being me? You know, like it doesn't make sense, Tracy. It's not fucking adding up. The math ain't mathing here with this one. Ain't she like 70? I don't know. Blank screen. Maybe like 75. But I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? And then she has the balls to write to the troll that she's like, oh, I butted into her business. No, girl, you mentioned me on your live stream. I don't talk about you unless you talk about me. And even then, sometimes I usually am like, it's not even worth it because I'll get like 300 posts just like I did here. You know, not 300, but I got 3 posts, you know, from mentioning her once, which whatever. I don't fucking care. But I'm like, you know, I'm like, I really like, I don't hate Tracy. I don't want to get in a back and forth with her. Her feelings, her hatred towards me is not like reciprocated on my end. Like, to me, it's not that deep. I don't fucking like think of her that, I just don't think of her, dude. She's just not somebody I fucking like think of until somebody tells me, oh, Tracy's talking about you. And then I'm like, oh shit, is she? Like, what does she have to say? Let's see. But other than that, like, she's not somebody that bothers me. Tracy's not hurting anybody. You know what I'm saying? She's not doing anything stupid on the normal. So whatever. I don't think about her. Like, I just don't. And I certainly don't troll her. I'm like, I would love to know one time, Tracy, where I've ever been caught trolling you or ever have trolled you or you've even thought it was me. But here's what pisses me off because she fucking thinks she has written in the past that she thinks I called CPS on Laura. And I'm like, what? What? Hold on, because I sent myself this. Well, I'll just read it to you. I'm like, Tracy, you really think I called CPS on Laura, dude? Before or after she called on me? Because that's what I'm confused about. Like, she just like says like outrageous shit about me, I guess to justify her extreme hatred for me. So she writes, this was like a while back. She writes, so running her mouth about Laura would somehow stop her if she wanted to do this to others. After the way MM acted with the whole unknown Capone clone and Alicia, and she spelled Alicia wrong, I think MM has called on Laura. Sorry, that's my opinion and I'm entitled to it. And I'm like, okay, let's go back here. What reason would I have ever had to call CPS on Laura prior to like fucking, this past July, which I still wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying, like, Laura never did anything to me as far as I was concerned, okay, that I would ever have felt like, let me call CPS on Laura. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Tracy? Why would I do that to her? Like, it just doesn't even make sense. Her first call, I don't think her and I were friends, but we weren't necessarily fighting. We just weren't friends at the time, right? The second call, I believe I was friends with her at the time. I do remember, though, the first call, I went in her chat. I super chatted her. That was when, like, the drama community started going after Laura, and I kind of, like, I don't know. I really wasn't into it, okay, at that time. So was it the first time I called on her? Was it the second time? And then she allegedly had 3 calls after my call, okay? But Laura says that she knows who did it. She said it's that girl Candy. So I'm like, so which time exactly do you think that I called on her? So like you're pushing all these bullshit narratives, Tracy, about me, and then you're like, I'm butting into your fucking business, girl? No. I don't talk about you, dude. I don't think about you and I don't talk about you unless you talk about me. That's it. It's that simple. But I don't want to fight with you, dude. At the same time, like I don't want to get into a back and forth with you. But the other day, yes, I said something because I'm just sick of you pushing the fucking narrative that I was obsessed with Laura and talked about her every day for years, right? And then she called CPS on me. No, girl, that's not how it went down. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your fucking facts straight. That's all. That's all. And I do think it was a little petty of you to get so upset about your friend, right? Sharing a link, or I don't know if they're friends, but I thought maybe they are. I'm not sure if her and Tiffany are friends. Last I knew they weren't, but maybe they, made up again. I don't know. But like, yo, dude, she's going through like some serious shit right now. I don't know. Like, pick your battles. Do you really think it was that important to share that? Like to even express that out loud? Like, really, was it that big of a deal if she shared Alicia's link and said, oh, she makes sense? Like, all right, dude, I don't know if Tracy's aware of this. Here's a little both true for you, Tracy. People could not make sense at times and then make sense other times. Both true. Okay. Okay. So if you could think Alicia doesn't make sense sometimes, but there are in fact times where she does make sense, just like Laura, dude. Sometimes she doesn't make sense, and then there's some times where I'm like, okay, I could agree with her. So, you know, I don't know. But anyway, speaking of Laura, because I'm obsessed. Dude, she went live before. That's all I have to say on Tracy. I just like I don't get her, dude. I don't fucking get her. I don't. I just don't get it. I'm like, I don't even know why did you even bring me up in that live stream the other day? Was it what was the need of you bringing me up to prove what? Prove what point? I mean, you could bring me up whenever the fuck you want, but here's the thing: I can respond, when I want, or if I don't want to, which most of the time I don't. Most of the time I just ignore it because I'm just like, oh, I don't want to fucking deal with this woman. Like, I'll be dead honest. That's usually how it is. I'm like, oh, I just don't want to deal with her. She's so annoying, you know? But I don't know. I said something the other day because I just felt like you were being extremely petty, about the whole thing. And stop pushing the fucking narrative. That's all I'm saying. Stop pushing Laura's narrative. You can't be mad that Alicia called the cops on Corey, which was another thing that she brought up the other day. And then you supported Laura after she got busted out as a CPS caller. You were in her chats, you were on the phone with her, you were all buddy with her. So then you can't be mad at Alicia, because that's basically what you were saying in your fucking live stream that I heard. You're like, Alicia called the cops on Corey because Corey was talking about her online. And I'm like, okay, well, but you're mad about that. But at the same time, you're okay with the fact that Laura called CPS on me because you justify it because, because I was obsessed with Laura. That's your justification for it. I don't get it. So to me, a CPS call is much worse than calling the cops personally, but that's, because your kid is like more affected by that. But I don't know, but you're okay. You seem okay with Laura's behavior. You kind of like defend her in a sense, you call it out because I think you want to, I think you think that Laura's justified, but I think she calls it out because she knows there's people in her chat that don't like Laura. So she's like playing both sides of the fence in a sense, Tracy, but I'm like, you can't be mad at Alicia and think Alicia's crazy for calling the cops on Corey because, Corey talks shit about her online. But then at the same time, kind of be justifying Laura calling CPS on me because I talked shit about her online. It's the same fucking thing, dude. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, whatever. Laura goes live before, or I think it was before. Let me see. When was this? Let's share this. Let me get it up on the good old screen. Leanna is obsessed with Laura. Both true. I'm like, dude, I don't know. She says my name so weird. Leanna. It sounds like one of those like old school like Aruga. The horns from like the old fucking like Model T cars. Leanna. I'm like, where the fuck? Like, my name is Leanna. You don't have to drag it out that long. But do you? Leanna. It's just fucking weird. I don't know if it's her accent or what. Yeah, that's what we're gonna look at that heavy sigh because I was like fucking floored by, well, not really because it's Laura, but her fucking entitlement, dude. Whoo! All right, you ready? Here we go. It's only 25 minutes, so we'll speed her up just a smidge. Just a smidge. Heavy sigh, what is your picture? Oh, it's a hammock. This whole time I thought your picture was a fucking nun, dude. I swear to God. I'm seeing things.
Whoops.
Ooh, what's that? Who's Gall? Oh, Gall, like Gall, Gall?
Hey.
Like the balls?
My voice is like 90% back. Excuse me.
She's choking again.
So it's like 90%, not too bad. It's a little better. Hey, Kelly. Hey, who knows? So Dayton had a party last night, and I guess they were trying to hide alcohol. But these kids went in and out of the house. Now, mind you, I have a ring bell, so it chimes every time they go in and out.
Dude, number one, you could temporarily turn that off, right? In the Ring app. You could literally just go and it says turn off for an hour, turn off notifications for like 2 hours, 3 hours. You could turn it off for a day. That's number one. Number two, why the fuck is your Ring thing on? Oh my God. You are one of those annoying people that has like your phone ringing out loud. Ugh. Figures. Like, it just figures that Laura has the ring chime going off. You hear it going off while she's live all the time. I'm like, why do you have your fucking sounds turned on your phone? That's so annoying. Like, does anybody do that anymore? Because I feel like back in like 2006 when like cell phones were relatively new and like we were able to put like, remember when you were able to put fucking songs, your phone, like instead of ringing, it had like a song playing. Like back then it was like all the rage because we were like, oh my God, you could put a song on a phone. It's amazing. But then I think everybody got over it and realized how fucking annoying it was to have like sounds in your ear all the time. So now it's like, no thanks. My phone's on silent always. I don't turn the ringer on ever. The only time I've had my ringer on in the last like 10 years was when my mom was in the hospital and sick. When my mom was sick, my ringer was on because I needed to be able to hear when she was calling me so I could wake up. You know, if I had to get up in the middle of the night, I didn't give a fuck what time it was. My ringer was on and it was on loud. But yeah, I don't understand why Laura always has it on. Always. I don't know. That's fucking annoying, dude. That shit's annoying. All right.
Every 4 minutes from
Her subs need to start claiming her on their taxes as a dependent. Oh my god.
11 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, just wait, CK, because it gets better.
Until
Just wait.
2:50 in the morning. I finally went out of my room and said, guys, stop going in and out. I couldn't even sleep.
So Laura hosted a underage drinking party last night. That's great.
And then this morning when I was leaving, I see a guy and a girl leave the house. I'm like, nice. I'm like, I
thought her kids were all angels. Just saying, just saying.
Contributing to delinquency. But no, they're all good kids. So
I'm just saying, if there was teenagers drinking at my house, everybody's fucking keys would be in my fucking hand. That's all I'm saying.
What's up? Hope everyone had a good Halloween. My fucking phone thinks it's fine.
Yeah, I think she's lying about that too, Capone, but we'll get there.
Hope everyone had a good Halloween.
Thankfully, this is very, very quick.
Hear me okay? Someone in chat, let me know if you can hear me okay.
We hear you. We hear you.
Chat ain't moving.
It's always something.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Always something.
Hey, you guys ever see like real cotton fields? I'm about to pass them.
All right. Nobody cares about that.
I was like, oh my god, that's cotton fields. I didn't even know they were like real.
She's lived in Alabama all these years and she's never seen a fucking cotton field, dude. Is this real life right now?
I know that sounds dumb, but when you grow up in New York City, you don't see a cotton field.
Laura, you did not grow up in New York City. I don't know why she always says that. Girl, you did not grow up in New York City. Speaking of New York City, I had to go there last weekend, right? So after long story short, did I tell you guys this? I don't know. It's so stupid. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys. I think just because I'm so mind blown at how expensive shit is in New York City. So we had to go, but we took separate cars because my husband had to go to our friend's job and go pick something up. He has a pickup truck. The guy needed this stuff for his pickup truck. So I took my car so I could take Jesse home, right? So we go before we went home, I wanted to show him this really cool spot we weren't in Manhattan. We were in the city though, but we were in this this area called Long Island City, and like any famous picture you've ever seen of the New York City skyline, it's been taken from this place that I was going to bring Jesse. So I brought him there when he was little, but I didn't know if he remembered it. So anyway, we got there and I bring him over there because I was like, dude, this is the best view of New York City. Like, you're never going to get a better view of this. Because it's so close. The river on the east side, the East River is very small, so it's pretty close. So anyway, we go there and he's, of course, because he's, a teenager, the whole time he's complaining that he's hungry and that's all he cares about. So I'm like, okay, meanwhile, like, we fed him. Like, this kid's constantly hungry. He's a growing boy. So anyway, on the way back, we were like walking down and they really like fixed up this area. It used to be like really like seedy, but it's really nice now. They built this beautiful park there and it's starting to become it was like more industrial back in the day. Now it's starting to become more like a little, city that people live. So anyway, we're walking down the street. We stop at this bagel place, needless to say. 2 fucking poppy seed bagels toasted with butter. That's what I bought. And I got a 4-ounce cappuccino because they didn't have coffee. And Jesse gets a little 4-ounce bottle of fucking orange juice. I mean, it was like the smallest. I didn't even know they made plastic bottles of orange juice this small. $17 fucking dollars. I was like, excuse me? I thought like they fucked up. I'm like, what? Because I'm like, dude, like I could eat a whole I don't know, Panera fucking thing. And you pick 2 and get a drink for less money than this. 2 bagels cost $17 and 2 like tiny drinks. I was like blown away, and I'm like, I don't know how people afford to live in Manhattan, dude. Not Manhattan, but Manhattan's really, really expensive. This is outside of Manhattan, which is supposed to be a little cheaper. And I'm like, dude, $17 for 2 bagels toasted with butter. There was usually any bagel shop you go to, that's the cheapest like thing you could get at the bagel store, unless you just get a bagel with nothing. But a bagel with butter is usually like $1 or $2. I couldn't believe it. I was like fucking blown away. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, it was a really good bagel, I will say, but holy shit, $17 for like that. To me is just insane. And I'm like, what the fuck? How do people even afford to live here? So anyway, I don't know why I got into that, but because Laura said she grew up in New York City. I think she was born in Queens, and then like many people, okay, from like Gen X and Gen or millennials like myself, okay, most of our parents lived in the city when they were young or grew up in the city, and then moved out to Long Island in like the 80s, the 70s and 80s. So that Laura's no different, okay. My family moved out to Long Island in the late 70s, early 80s. Everybody grew up in the city. My dad, my mom, my grandparents still lived in the city when we were little. Long Island wasn't as populated. And then there was a huge boom of, people coming out from the city in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s, because the city was getting like bad, really bad. A lot of violence, a lot of crack, drugs, so people were running out of the city like, let me get out of here. I want to raise my family, somewhere safe. And so everybody came out here. But she did not grow up in New York City. So I don't know why she fucking says that. I know for a fact she didn't, because she lived right near me, Laura, and she worked at the fucking 7-Eleven near my fucking house. So I don't know.
I kept 2 grandbabies. I can't believe it's taken me this long to get my voice back. That's crazy.
Too bad, huh? Too bad. She
Oh
got it
no, the
back.
cotton fields are dead.
Cotton fields are too dark for her. Oh my God.
Maybe I'm in the wrong spot. I know those cotton fields. I've seen them twice.
Didn't she just say she never saw them? Now she's seen them twice.
Can you believe I've been off like 2 weeks on YouTube? I've lost like almost 50 subs. I think me and you guys are brutal.
I don't think that's why you lost 50 subs. God, she is constantly watching that sub count, huh?
I was like, shit, real life happened. I can't believe how many fucking subs I've lost.
Maybe it's because you came up on here e-begging the other day. You ever think of that?
Damn. So you guys can take one guess where I'm heading.
I don't know where you're
heading. And I plan on going live later. I was going to go live last night, but my house was too loud. And I kind of didn't have a voice.
The cotton field is in her mouth. Oh my God, dude. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
I guess when you're old, it takes longer to get sick.
What?
No, there should be more cotton fields on the way to Sages. I remember seeing a whole bunch.
All right, nobody cares about these cotton fields, dude. I grew cotton in my front lawn. It was actually pretty cool. In my front lawn, not my lawn, my flower bed.
Impatient, I know, I'm telling you. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, man, I dropped subs. Yeah, I'm down like 40, almost 50 subs. I was like, fuck, man. Sorry, real.
Probably because people are sick of your e-begging.
Life happens. All right, so let me tell you what my title is about.
Let's read her title real quick. Tell me how stupid you are without telling me how stupid you are. Hashtag live stream. Why do we have to do that?
Now, let me put a disclaimer on this. I normally do not call out subs. But
she always has to put this disclaimer on before she calls out subscribers. Like, I don't know why. Why does it matter whether you call out a subscriber or another creator? It doesn't, like, what is the difference? Who gives a shit? It's just people are people.
Certain subs that I've known for a really long time, like that I go way back with, I'm gonna call out for their fucking stupidity. And what I don't understand is how people, and this is not an insult to anybody.
Oh my God.
But this goes as a general statement to subscribers. Why would you rather be fucking lied to and manipulated than be told the truth?
Who the fuck is she talking about? I don't know anybody that's like, hey, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'd rather be lied to and manipulated than told the truth. Okay? That's just how I am, all right? Don't question it. Like, who says that? Who the fuck says that?
And I mean that 100%. Hey, Criminal Mad. I have consistently...
Oh, it's definitely Brittany.
said publicly
Why is everybody changing their names? You guys are fucking me up, okay? You guys are fucking me up.
and privately that one thing I will never do is lie to my subs.
I just realized, like, 2 of you guys that have changed their names. I'm like, okay, I didn't know who you were, and now I know who you are. Okay.
Ever.
I know who you are, Brantley, because you have the same picture.
Not about the smallest thing, not about the biggest thing, but most importantly when it comes to money. And don't get me wrong, for those of you that have been with me through the years, I've done fundraisers and I've posted receipts and I've, shown
When has she posted receipts ever?
every dime that was spent.
No, you did not. What? I didn't even hear this before. You did not ever fucking show every dime that was spent. No, you did not, girl. Somehow you two changed the name of my look of my name. What do you mean? She only lies about them about calling CBS. Yeah, right. She doesn't call a subscriber. I know you're not a subscriber. Like she called you out, right? She does it all the time. Who cares though?
I've been honest about it from jump. So when I fucking see, oh man, all the cotton fields are down. The fuck?
It's probably been harvested at this point. Can anybody tell me though who has been talking about this? Oh, you didn't change your name. YouTube uses my handle. Oh, you know what it is? You know what? You're probably right. Because I never saw the handles in here, and now it's showing the handles in here in StreamYards. That's probably, you're right. You're probably right. That's probably what it is. Because previously, StreamYards only showed like your regular name and not the handle. So I think that's what it is. That's why your guys' names look different. All right. Thank you. Because I was like, what the fuck? Why is everybody changing their names?
They were just up 2 days ago. I wonder why all the cotton's down.
Or they probably harvested it. This is harvest season. Thanksgiving, you know? Oh my God.
So, all right, sidetrack, sorry. So, it's one thing I've never done. Like, when the kids were young, and like, if Dayton wanted to go to space camp and I couldn't afford it, I reached out to my community. I showed the letters.
You sure did.
I showed fucking receipts. Like, I've done everything that a normal person would do.
I never saw a receipt for space camp. Anybody else? Anybody else? I remember her asking for space camp, but I've never seen a receipt. And like, to be quite honest, I don't give a fuck what you ask for on here. If people want to help you out, that's great. She, on the other hand, is always fucking ripping apart every other person that asks for money and the reason why they're asking for money. Okay? Everybody that asks for money on here, because she seriously, I think in her brain, I mean, obviously I don't know exactly what she's thinking, but the way she acts makes me think that this is how she sees it, is like everybody's money should go to her. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she gets so mad. Like, oh, this one, you're giving money to this person, you're giving money to that person. Like, why are you giving money to this person? Why are you giving money to that person? And she really thinks she's entitled to all the money because she's a single mom. You know, it's just based on things she has said in the past. That's the way I feel like she thinks. That she thinks like, why would you give money to this person when I need it? You know, like that's how she is.
My community has always been there for me. They've never let me down. Honestly, they really haven't. Have I ever asked for billions of dollars? No. Ow, I've never even asked for thousands. I think
you're literally asking for $2,000 right now, dude. You're literally asking for $2,000. But okay.
The most I've ever asked for was $800 for space camp.
I mean, Laura, like billions, come on, nobody's asking for billions. Like that's like less than 1% of people in the world even have that. So
I mean, literally, that's the most I've ever asked for at one time. But every single time I've raised money, I've shown receipts for it.
I've never seen her show one fucking receipt ever.
Before, beginning, and after. And I feel that's important.
Oh yeah, the cold cap. That was like $2,000 right there.
Important. So I make a comment the other day that I may start. I didn't say I was going to. I said I might start a GoFundMe.
Okay.
Because shit's happen in real life, and I need to make fucking money, and I need money this month.
Aww.
Long story. It's more than
I need money this month too, Laura. But you know what? I don't know. You know, I either go without, or I just, you know, I don't know. I figure out another way to make money besides asking people to fucking, like, I'll sell shit before I fucking ask people to fucking give me money. You know what I'm saying? I'll sell shit that I don't need or something. I'll figure something out to fucking raise the money. I'm sure you have some something around your house that you can fucking sell that you're not using.
But not a big deal. All right, I'll figure it out.
The only time I've ever seen Laura show a receipt was, I forget what she was doing. She did some type of when she was like donating money, like a percentage of her candles or something. I saw her show 3 receipts that she donated the money, and then that was it. She stopped showing it, and then she left it up on her website. I think it was to like, I want to say lupus or breast cancer or one of those things. And then she left it up on her website, and nobody knows if she actually ever donated the money after that. Nobody.
Whether it be I speak to my community or a combination of candles, community, whatever the situation, we'll get it worked out. So, what you will call it? And I appreciate, by the way, I appreciate everybody that has ordered candles with a little side note that says, profit put towards the trip. I really appreciate that. And by the way, subscriptions are going out Monday. Because I'm a type person, you don't have to just give me, money.
That subscription thing was probably the best thing she did, because she's got people roped into that shit and they can't cancel it. There's no way to cancel that subscription on her website. Hey, Crazy Gemini. So once you get into that subscription on her website, because somebody emailed me about this a while back and I didn't even know, you can't cancel it. So like once you're in it, that's it. You're stuck in it. You're stuck subscribing to her fucking candles. There's nowhere to cancel it on her website.
Order a candle. Order a bunch of candles. Some of my heavy subscribers are ordering, a couple of $100 worth of candles.
Some of my heavy subscribers are ordering a couple of $100 worth of candles. Wow, dude.
So that helps me out immensely.
Wow.
So like I said,
yeah, that's what the person who emailed me about it, that's what they had to do. They had to cancel their credit card because they couldn't, there's nowhere to cancel. There's nowhere to go on her website and cancel the subscription.
I
don't know, Dawn Marie. I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, heavy meaning like what? They're fat or they got fat wallets? What do you mean heavy? Like what?
have a problem with people ordering candles as a way to support. It doesn't just have to be, money.
You shouldn't have a problem with that.
Cash. It could
That
be
should go without saying.
Or. So regardless of the way I get it, I've never lied to my subscribers.
Oh, thank you, Mind of Everyone. I appreciate that.
About it. I've always been upfront. So
she's always been upfront. Okay, and
when I read and I hear some of these Britney supporters, and I say Britney supporters because they are Britney supporters who just got fucking robbed of thousands of dollars, and that they have no problem with. They got no problem that Britney just fucking robbed them for thousands, lied to them.
CK, I don't think you can. Hold on. I'm going to go look on her website just to be sure. But the last time I looked, you cannot fucking cancel it. The last time I looked, which was a long time ago when this person emailed me about it. Hold on. I'm going to look now, but I'm pretty damn sure there's no fucking way you could cancel it. I mean, I believe the person that told me that you can't. I mean, that's... Hold on a second. Let's go to shop all. I'm not going to bring her website up here because I don't want to hear her fucking crying about it. So I'm looking on my phone. I don't even know what it is. Okay, let's... Maybe she did it since, but I know back then she has terms and conditions, description. Like, where do you cancel it? That's what I don't see anywhere on here where it says to cancel it. I don't see that as an option, which should be written in the terms of conditions, is that, cancel at any time or whatever the fuck it is. I don't see that. Hold on, let me look in her description and see. All subscription boxes are free shipping. Yeah, there's nothing in here about canceling it at all. I don't see anything, and I don't see anywhere. I don't know, I guess you would have to email her and from what I understand, I forget who the person was even, but I remember somebody emailing me about this a while back and saying that they couldn't cancel their subscription. So they had to cancel their credit card. I don't know if I don't remember, so I don't want to say, but I don't know if they contacted her, but I do remember them saying that ultimately they just had to cancel their credit card. And I'm like, that is fucking crazy. Yeah, because look, there's nowhere to fucking cancel it. It's just like she has it there. It says sold out. Subscribe. No, that's for that. Yeah, there's nowhere to cancel it. So where would you cancel your subscription? So these people are pretty much, and that even makes it more uncomfortable if you have to like contact her to tell her I'd like to cancel it. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to deal with her. I don't know. That's kind of fucked up. There should definitely be a place on her website where you should be able to cancel that. That's why I would never do anything like that, you know, because I'd be really worried about like if people wanted to cancel. I don't know. I just wouldn't even mess around with that kind of thing. I don't even know how to fucking put fix the shipping on my fucking website. You think I'm gonna be able to do that? I'm like so bad with the website.
And
By the way, just a little shameless self promotion here, but you know, Christmas is coming, and I have some stuff on my website that you might like for I don't know somebody. So go check it out.
everything, and that they have no problem with. But a certain somebody, actually more than that.
She has 2 crickets because she just say that? I wasn't even paying attention to her. She has 2 because she had a really old one that she never used that sat around in a box for like, you know, years that she never opened. And then I think it just got like outdated. So she ended up buying another one.
But a specific someone who I've known for a long time.
Are you by chance making any peppermint candles? I wasn't planning on it, but if you want one, I'm kind of like the candles, but I don't know, maybe I'll put out some for Christmas. I wasn't really planning on it, but I could. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not too hard to do that. I could do that if you want. I've never tested a peppermint though, so I would have to test one. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I might have a peppermint. Hold on 1 second. I've never even smelled a peppermint candle. Dude, speaking of candles, I gotta tell you guys something. I went to Walmart the other day and they had these little pumpkin candles on sale and they were $5. Okay. The thing was huge. It was a double wick candle and it was Better Homes and Gardens. And I just took a chance because I figured I liked the little vessel that it came in. It was like a glass pumpkin with like a little uh flocking on it. So it looks like velvety. And dude, let me tell you, I was pleasantly surprised at the fucking scent throw. Usually, like, I don't know, when you buy like those cheaper candles from Walmart, they're not the best, but I was honestly like, holy shit, this thing actually smelled really fucking good. I mean, it smelled fucking good. It was like a cinnamon, I don't know, mapley kind of scent. It was really good. And I was like, for $5, holy shit, I might go back and get more of them because it was pretty fucking good. It was pretty fucking good.
Has the fucking audacity to say something about, I don't remember exactly, but it was something.
Why does this person keep coming in here telling me to post the link? I don't know who you are, dude. You got 3 floating heads on a branch. Yeah, no, I mean, no. But thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go.
And like, Laura started to go, and I'll tell you guys who it is in a minute. Laura started a GoFundMe because she decided to jump on vacation.
Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm going to rewind that, but I just saw what you said. Isn't Amazon facing a lawsuit about this? You know, that's funny because I fucking, dude, I did the, so there's this serum that I've been using for, I don't even know, probably since my early 20s. It's called Alpha Hydrox and it's so good. Oh my God. I haven't had it in a while. I got to rebuy it. But anyway, they don't sell it in stores anymore. They used to sell it in stores. It was hard to find. You had to like go to like, what was that place? Bed Bath and Beyond used to carry it, and Harmon, but those places are gone now, which is so sad. And then you couldn't really find it in Walmart or anything. And I think Ulta might have carried it. But anyway, now it's sold exclusively through Amazon. So I go to buy it one time and it gives you like a discount if you sign up for the subscription. So I did it because it was like, I think it came like every 3 months or something. So I was like, all right, that's not bad. I did the same thing with Differin on Amazon, right? Dude, I must have canceled this shit 100 fucking times, and it just kept sending it to me. It just kept sending it to me and sending it to me and sending it to me, and I could not fucking stop this subscription, dude. There was an option to cancel it, but for some reason, it just wouldn't fucking do it. So I kept getting charged for it. It just kept sending it to me automatically. And then finally, I was able to cancel it, but I couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, I must have canceled this thing about 4 times and it just wouldn't stop sending it to me. It was like the weirdest thing. So I'll never do that again on Amazon. The subscription thing, don't do it because they do not let you cancel. Hey, Beefergs, they do not let you fucking cancel it. So it's bad. But I will tell you, I love that stuff. I wish I could buy it at the store, but they don't sell it at the store. Speaking of stores, real quick, I'm such a gossip. They opened, I'm so excited. They finally opened a Nordstrom Rack by me. And me and Jesse went in there last night. Oh my God. I can't wait to go there without Jesse, but because he was like complaining the whole time. Well, he was looking, but he was also complaining because he was like, I'm hot. He had his costume on. So people must have thought I was nuts. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I scared Jesse yesterday when he came out of school. I had to fuck with him. I did it so quick. I took like a latex and I made like a giant like cut on my face, and then on the corner of my mouth I made like it looked like somebody cut my mouth like coming open. So oh my God, scared the daylights out of him. Meanwhile, right, he comes running out to my car yesterday, and he always comes by himself, but yesterday he has his friend with him. So I was like, damn it. So I'm trying to sit in the car and kind of hide my face, and I turn around. He screamed so loud. It was so funny because I made like this big giant cut on the side of my face yesterday with, I did it in like 5 minutes, like before I had to pick him up. I was like, ooh, I'm going to freak him out. So, yeah, so I had that on my face, and then Jesse was dressed up as what's that guy's name? Art the Clown with the Terrifier, I think it is. So he had the Santa Claus costume on with the clown mask. It was really creepy, but yeah, it was funny. Anyway, so I go into Nordstrom Rack with this big giant thing on my face. People are probably like, what the fuck? Like, I was dressed totally normal, just had like this giant gash on my face. It looked like I was dying. I called myself a mombi instead of a zombie. All right.
And like Laura started to go, and I'll tell you guys who it is in a minute. Laura started a GoFundMe because she decided to jump on vacation with, I don't know if she said my daughter or whatever, Natalie from CA.
Natalie from CA. Fuck you.
Please tell me you are the biggest fucking moron without having to tell me you're the biggest fucking moron. Jumped on a vacation? Bitch, you are either the worst mother in the world or not a parent.
Okay. See, that's where Laura fucking pisses me off. So if you don't bring your fucking kid on a vacation, you're the worst mother in the world. Okay? I think, honestly, okay, being a good mother is being a fiscally responsible mother, Laura, okay? Being financially responsible. And you don't have to do these grand gestures to be a good parent, just simply being there for your kid is being a good mother, Laura. Like, you don't have to go on this trip. This trip isn't going to do anything. Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll get our mind off things for, a fucking couple of days. But at the end of the day, it's really not going to do anything. It's not going to help her in any way. It's not going to, when she comes home, reality's still going to be here. Okay. So to insinuate that somebody's a shitty mother, and I don't know if Natalie has kids or not, but that's just bullshit. Because I'll tell you right now, when I think of all the times my mom was there for me in my life, it has nothing to do with money, okay? The things that I think to myself that made my mom such an amazing mother was the times that my mom fucking got up at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning and drove me to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of shit my mom did for me that didn't cost her a damn dollar, but she was always there for me. No matter what I was going through, my mom was there for me. It didn't matter. Even if she was mad at me, she was still there for me. Okay. So she was always had my back and it was always there for me no matter fucking what. Like that to me is what makes my mom a good mother. She bought me shit. I don't even fucking care about that shit. It was her being there no matter what for me. And I was there for her exactly the same way, you know? So I don't know. I don't know why you would, insinuate that somebody's a shitty mother just because they wouldn't, think of bringing their kid to Vegas after a breakup. Give me a fucking break, dude. I
Nobody
recognize
jumped
that then. Yeah, unfortunately.
on a vacation. Do you really think that I want to go on my daughter's fucking honeymoon with her?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Laura. You jumped on it. That's not a lie.
When she should have been with her fucking husband? Are you this fucking stupid? Like, I was so dumbfounded when I read this comment. So fucking dumbfounded. I'm sorry, bitch. Nobody
You're so dumbfounded. That's exactly what happened, Laura. Your daughter, you told us that your daughter said, I'm still going to Vegas. And you said, I'll go with you. That's exactly what happened. But here's the problem. You don't have the money to go with her.
jumped on a vacation. I am trying to.
Let's just say every parent ran to Vegas with their under 21-year-old kid every time there was a breakup with coping skills are being taught. That's what I'm saying. None. Like, what is that? Like, what are you teaching her in this trip, Laura? I don't understand. What? To do something completely financially irresponsible? Like, what is the lesson in this trip? What is the healing properties of this trip that's gonna really fucking help her?
Give my daughter her sanity back.
And that's the ironic thing because I listened to Tiffany's live stream the other day. You guys know we don't get, me and Tiffany have had our issues, but it was a really good fucking live stream. And I'm like, I listened to the whole entire thing. I was driving home and, I was choking back fucking tears listening to her the whole time because number one, obviously I was friends with her at one point in time. And so I got to know her kid mostly through her, but like, dude, that kid's a good kid, man. He really was. I always thought that her son was just the nicest, most pleasant teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like teenagers usually have attitudes and stuff. He was just a solid, really good kid. And if there's anything she did right in her life, she raised that kid to be a really good kid because he really is. He's a man now, and it's just sad to know that this nice, kid, any kid, but I'm just saying, especially somebody it's really sad to know that this poor kid is suffering that way because he really is such a good kid. Like he is, um, he's so good to her. He treats his mom good. He never used to come in and like talk back or be like a brat. You know what I'm saying? Like most teenagers are. Like teenagers are fucking assholes. Let's just face it. He wasn't like that, her son. And I was always impressed by her son because he really was just a fucking solid, polite, really respectful, caring kid, and a lot of teenage boys aren't like that. She did a very good job with him, he's a great kid. So it's sad knowing that a kid like that who is, just like a solid kid like that is going through it. But anyway, I don't know where the fuck I was going. Oh, I listened to her stream and I was like choking back tears because I was driving back from the city. Jesse was in the car, he's sleeping, but I was like choking back tears because I'm like, I'm in the car, she was in the car, and I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm driving my son home from a hockey game right now, but she drove her kid to where she's driving right now. It's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and her message was basically that life can change in an instant. Okay. Her son's going through something that money can't, it don't matter. She can have $1 million and money is not going to change it. Sadly, oh my gosh, so fucking sad, dude. So fucking sad. I don't care who you are as a mother. If you don't feel something deep in your fucking soul to know that a mother is suffering in that way, then something's fucking seriously fucking wrong with you, you know? But anyway, he's, and I'm just thinking in my head, like, I can't even imagine that. Like, because you go from one day, all of a sudden your kid's fine and you think everything's great to that. Like, that's horrible. But her message basically was that, at the end of her video, and it's funny because Laura had this crazy reaction to it, and I'm like, you obviously didn't listen to it. She listened to Corey instead, who fucking misinterprets things and gets shit wrong all the time, But if you would have listened, the message at the end of the video was basically saying, like, you don't have to go and spend $1 million to go somewhere with your kid to create memories, do something, you know, just be with them, basically. Just spend time with them. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you spend money, just go and be with them and cherish the time that you have with your kid, because it could change. And that was her whole message, dude. She didn't bash Laura. She didn't talk bad about Laura, the whole thing. And I was actually like, wow, Tiffany, maybe she's changing. Maybe Tiffany is growing as a woman through this whole ordeal that she's going through, which sadly, I don't think anybody should have to go through something like that. But I'm like, I was like, wow, that was a great video that she did. It really was. It was not about Laura at all. Really, it was mostly her talking about what her kid's going through, but also, she addressed Laura in the sense, not even in a mean way, just trying to send her a message. Sadly, Laura will never get the message because, she don't want to hear it. She don't want to hear those types of messages from somebody like that, because she has no fucking empathy. So to listen to something like that, it wouldn't do anything for her. She probably wouldn't even fucking feel anything like the rest of us. I don't know. But that it wasn't a bashing Laura. She wasn't calling Laura names. Like, it wasn't anything like that. It was just her talking about her situation and, like, basically in a sense telling Laura that, like, Laura, you're lucky. Like, what your kid's kind of going through, she could be healed from that, right? Her life's going to go on, and she's going to be okay. But what my kid's going through right now, I can't change the situation no matter what I do. There's nothing I could do to change the situation. And I could relate with that because I went, that's how I felt when my mom was sick. It was like, it's so hard to watch, somebody you love that much suffering or going through something and feeling just completely helpless. You can't do anything to take their pain away. You can't do anything to make them feel better. You can't do anything. Nothing will change the situation. And it is the worst feeling in the world, and then of course, you feel horrible for what the person's going through, you know, um, it's just terrible. And when it's your kid, a young kid, that no young person should ever fucking have to go through anything like that, dude. No, never. It's fucking horrible, dude. It's fucking terrible. It is fucking terrible. So, Laura completely missed the message there. And so did Corey, clearly. Okay. Cause I'm like, Corey got it wrong. She got it wrong. Or Laura I don't know. I didn't read Corey's thing, but I saw Laura's reaction to it. And I'm like, dude, you are making yourself look like such a fucking asshole the way you're reacting to this. Because if you would have just listened to her stream, you would have known that there was no fucking hate in her stream towards you at all. No hate. No hatred towards Laura at all. It wasn't mean spirited, which, you know, and I'm not saying Laura doesn't have a reason to be upset with Tiffany. I called Tiffany out too when she said the thing about, Laura faking her cancer. I'm like, come on, dude. But like, they both said horrible things about each other at the end of the day. All right. But this is like a different situation to me. In a situation like this, when somebody's going through that, you just put the bullshit aside and pray for her. That's it. Pray for her. My mom's fighting kidney disease. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. And I'd love to be able to help her, but there's nothing I could do. It's just a broken heart. Yeah, me too. I don't think like that's the message, dude. It's basically like, dude, like what you're going through isn't what her daughter's going through. And Tiffany even said that. She's not downplaying it. She's not trying to say it's not a horrible situation. It is, and she understands. Like, I don't know. I wish Laura would have listened to the live stream, although I still don't think she would have got the message out of it. But yeah, in situations like that where you're watching somebody you love go through something, and I'm sorry to hear about that because my mom went through kidney disease as well and had to do dialysis, and it was fucking horrible. And then when she got sick again at the end of her life, she had to go back, and that was like her biggest fear. And so having to watch her go through that again was even worse, because she was like never wanted to go through that again. She was traumatized, so it was just fucking horrible for her to have to go through all this shit again. But anyway, Laura missed the message, dude, basically. She should have listened to it before she reacted to it because she really looked fucking stupid in that case, okay? And just all I could say is I'm praying that, something works for her son because I just can't even fucking imagine, dude. I just can't even fucking imagine it. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna like get upset. Let's just play.
She was supposed to be married in 22 fucking days. Everything was planned. We've lost deposit after deposit. The caterer, which has $1,500 of money, is not returning our deposit.
Now, who even knows if any of this is true? Who knows if this is true?
A lot of money that's been lost. A lot. From deposits that are non-refundable. So, yes, when I say we're all out, me, my mom, and Sage.
That's so weird to me. That shouldn't that have been a red flag right there that the husband didn't pay for any of the wedding? I don't know. I don't even believe Laura's story, to be quite honest with you, because I'm not going to judge it, but she said some weird shit the other day. I'll just leave it at that. She said, there you go. A good mom would have discouraged getting married so young when you haven't finished college. Yeah. She said some weird shit the other day that when I heard her say it, I just thought in my head, what? Like, I'll put it like this. The thing that she said to me, from what I know about abusive and controlling relationships, typically the abuser doesn't say those things that she was saying that was said. So I was kind of a little thrown off by that because I was like, typically an abuser will do everything in their power to keep you near them. And it sounded like the alleged abuser in this case was trying to do the very opposite, which to me was strange. But again, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think it's fair to go and painting some 20-something-year-old guy as an abuser online when I don't know, he's young. Who knows if nobody knows the full story is basically what I'm saying. And maybe it was just a mutual breakup thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Who knows?
We're all out of fucking money. We're all out of this money. Do we care? No. Money is replaceable, and what's most important is Sage getting her sanity back. And Sage figure, she's probably coming back home.
I agree with that. That's true. That is the most important thing. I will agree with her on that.
She did get approved for an apartment, but she, trying to convince her to come back home and not worry about rent and everything else. So, her head is up her ass. She's in school. She's still.
All right, she's breaking up a little.
Oh, you don't know coming on Mad? Sage called off her engagement. She told her boyfriend, go fuck yourself. I'm done. We didn't know.
People typically lose their sanity when in Vegas. Oh my God.
That she was in an abusive relationship, not physical, but she found herself an asshole, which nobody knew about because she didn't tell.
I will tell you, I was watching this fucking art. I don't know. It popped up in my feed the other day and I binge watched it. And it really made me want to get back into doing more like art, like fine art, like painting and shit. It was, it's this lady, I guess she goes around to different art exhibits and, she's just showing all this different art. Some of it's really fucking weird, but a lot of it's just like so cool. And anyway, one of the exhibits that she went to, which I was like, dude, if I ever went to Vegas, which is not on my bucket list at all, the one place I would want to go was where she was. It was basically like a museum of all the old lights that they took down from like different hotels that went out of business, and it just looked really fucking cool. I don't know. I love lights. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm like a huge fucking like lighting person. Like I love lamps. I have so many lamps in my house because I just love lighting for some reason. So, yeah, so that looked so fucking cool to me, and it's probably cheap to go to too. I don't know if you have to pay to get in there, but it was fucking cool. That kid avoided having an evil in-law. Yeah, he did.
Tell anybody he was in an abusive relationship, so none of us knew. We just thought he was quiet type. Me of all people.
Now this is so funny. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind this. Listen to this. Listen to what she says here. Yes, the Marquee Museum. It was so cool. They had like the old I'm trying to think. I don't know, just like old signs from hotels that closed down, or maybe they changed their, sign. I love the idea that they're preserving it and not just like trashing it. Like I love that they preserved it and saved it for that reason. I'm big on that. I'm like big, like even the whole shit that's going on with the White House right now, putting a fucking ballroom. I don't want to get into the politics of it, but I'm just saying like you're tearing down a part of history, and that just bothers me. Okay.
Which nobody knew about because she didn't tell anybody she was in an abusive relationship. So none of us knew. We just thought he was quiet type. Me, of all people, should have fucking seen more signs, but I didn't. I mean, I saw some red flags and I told her about it, but
Okay, did she not fucking say the other day, "Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it." She said it more than once in her stream. Now all of a sudden, oh, she was in this and we didn't know. We had no idea. We had no idea. Nobody knew. Which one is it? She can't make her
he
mind
pretty
up.
much kept her isolated from me. And I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, something's not right. I don't know what. I was like, maybe.
It doesn't look like they were isolated. I don't know. She's how many times has she shared pictures on here of her family and it didn't look like she wasn't there. I don't think you know what it means to keep somebody isolated.
I'm just being paranoid, but something's not right with him. So I knew, but I didn't know the extent.
Mm.
So it finally got to the point where she had enough. And she's like, Mom, I'm not doing this. So, last night she was crying.
I know that is a weird place to pick to go when you're underage and can't go, unless she has a fake ID of some sort.
And that she feels lost. And, she kind of misses him. Sage, you'll get over it, I promise. I mean, I didn't say I was more, loving with her, but you know what I mean. That's the short end of it. So, but just getting her head back together and everything. And me taking her to LA and Vegas, one, her trip's already paid for, but two,
But yours
that's what a
isn't.
parent does. Like, I am sorry.
That's what a parent does. No, not necessarily, Laura, because if a parent doesn't have the money to go on the trip, then a parent doesn't go on the trip. Like that's not what a parent does, A parent that doesn't have money would tell her, maybe you should cancel the trip and, we'll do something else. We'll do something closer or more affordable. Take the money from the trip and do something else with it. It's what a parent does. No, Laura, that's what a selfish fucking person does, to be quite honest.
Natalie, you're either not a parent or you're a shitty fucking parent.
This is what pisses me off, dude. Oh, either you're not a parent or you're a shitty parent. If you wouldn't put yourself in debt and beg for money to go on a trip that you can't afford, you're a shitty parent. What? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Get the fuck out of here.
Because anybody...
It's really weird, dude, because when she says shit like this, I'm like, Laura, is that what you seriously think makes you a fucking great parent? Because I remember having this conversation with my mom when I was young. My dad wasn't always the most loving dad. And my mom's argument anytime I used to complain about my dad was that she would be like, oh, but he, brought you on vacations and he brought you here and he brought you there. And I'm like, that's great and all. I appreciate the vacations, but I would trade the vacations to have him like just not be like the way he is. He was a drinker and he was like not always in the best mood, and I would just, and he was very quiet. My dad, he didn't talk a lot. So I would have like wanted to have more conversation with him and like get to know him better. Cause even though I lived with him my whole, my whole life until he passed away, I still feel like in a sense he was a stranger to me, as weird as that sounds, because he really didn't share much about his life. So, you know what I'm saying? So I would have gave all the vacations and shit up for time, more time with him, to spend more quality time with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's great. You could spend money. That's great. But honestly, like the bond, I would have rather had a better bond with him than I did. It's not like I had like no relationship with him. I'm just saying, like, my mom and I, we were like best friends, and my dad was just always felt distant to me because he like did not open up as a person. He just like did not share much about himself. He was very quiet and like closed off. It was very hard to have conversations with him, and I definitely would have like wanted, if I had to change things, I would have, that's what I would have changed about him, is if I could have. Obviously you can't change people, but I'm just saying, like, I would have wanted that more than okay, yeah, you brought me great places. I appreciate all the amazing places I got to go and the things that I had. But like, that's, to me, there's more to being a parent than just that, I don't know.
That wouldn't do this for their daughter. And it's not that, I'm expecting my community to pay.
My dad was kind of a mean drunk. He was a mean, he wasn't like me. Yeah, he could be nasty sometimes. He got really fucking quiet. And then like when you tried to talk to him, it was always like very just like short and closed off. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I always kind of just accepted my dad and looked at him like he's a product of his environment. He had a very rough life growing up, what little I do know about his life growing up. And that's why he probably didn't talk about it, because there probably wasn't much positive for him to talk about. So, he just didn't talk about it because back in those days, men were raised to not discuss things that bothered them, so I looked at him like that's how he was raised and that's how he is, and I accepted it. But I'm talking when I was, like a teenager and stuff. I used to talk about it with my mom, and that was always her thing. It's like, oh well, he brought you places, and I'm like, yeah, that's great, but I would have rather had like a more connection with him. That's all.
For it.
A
I
better
just
connection with him, I should say.
don't have it. Don't you understand that? Like, I don't know why that's so hard for you.
Wait, let me rewind that. She's like, I don't have it. Yeah, so then don't go, Laura.
You're a shitty fucking parent. Because anybody that wouldn't do this for their daughter, and it's not that, oh, I'm expecting my community to pay for it. I just don't have it. Don't you understand that? Like, I don't know why that's so hard for you people to understand.
She's like, I just don't have it. Yeah, no shit. So then don't go.
You just physically don't have it.
Yeah, good Bob would pay people back for what they invested. True that. In the wedding, yeah.
And I don't know why people are making such a fucking big deal out of that. Like, I'm sorry. There's only so much fucking money in the universe.
Hold on. There's only so much money in the universe. I can't even believe she fucking says that. There's only so much money in the universe. Well, guess what, Laura? Do you think it's different for anybody else that's listening to you right now? There's only so much money. Most people just live within their means. If they can't do things, they don't do them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have the money for something, I don't do it. That's it. Period. I don't beg, I don't ask, I don't fucking borrow. I just don't do it. I just live without, dude. That's how it is. And I understand you think that this is making you mom of the year, hero of the year to bring your kid to Vegas, but it's really not, dude. It's a nice gesture. I get it, but like at the same time, you don't have the money to do it, and you're the one who's always judging everybody else for asking for money on here. So, that's why people are saying something, because you are constantly judging everybody else. And oh, how could this person ask for money? And how could that person ask for money? And here you are asking for something that's not a necessity. It's okay. You basically just told us that you can't recover. This is a loss. This whole wedding is a loss to you. So you lost all this money, which I don't think you paid for anything besides the DJ. Let's just be honest. But it's a financial loss. Think of how that looks to your other people that spent money and invested in this. That you're like going to Vegas when everybody else is out money. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. It sounds very entitled.
And rent is up and fucking food is up. Food is absolutely ridiculous. I swear I'm not eating it.
So rent is up and food is up. Only for Laura, though. Not for us. Not for everybody else. Not for the people in her chat. Just for Laura. Right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Anymore.
Get a fucking job. How about, right? Why does this trip have to happen right now? Maybe put it off for a little bit. I mean...
Stuff that used to be like $5.99 is now $13. I went to buy 8 mini Krispy Kreme donuts yesterday in Kroger's. They were like $12.99. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, maybe.
I was like, no.
Here.
No way, no how.
Here's an idea. Here's another idea. Why are you shopping at Kroger's? I don't know. We don't have Kroger's here, but I know most of the time, I told Laura this, and we had a whole argument not an argument, but a discussion, I shall say, about this a long time ago, because she's always complaining about the cost of food. Okay. Always. And I didn't know the whole time while she was complaining, she was also on food stamps. I found that out later in our friendship, but she always complains about the cost of food. You hear her, complaining about it on here. Oh, if your kid has a gluten allergy, the food's so expensive, and it's only expensive for her, right? All this stuff. Well, I told her, I said, you know what I do? Instead of going to like the grocery store, where like I find that usually the grocery store, the cereal and snacks, whatever I could buy at Walmart or Target, I buy it there because it's usually cheaper. So whatever snacks or anything like that, potato chips, sodas, and all that kind of shit, I usually buy it at Walmart or Target. Okay. Now it's pretty much Walmart because Target got a little pricey. But if I could buy it at Walmart, I'm buying it at Walmart. And then the things that I can't buy at my Walmart, I go to the what do you call it? Supermarket for, like produce and stuff, because I can't buy that at my Walmart. We don't have a produce section. But even like my Target has a small produce section. Whatever I could get there, I buy there because it's cheaper than the supermarket. So, why are you shopping at Kroger? Go to fucking Aldi, go to fucking Little or whatever it's called, and go to places where the food is cheaper and buy it. So I told her this when we were friends, and she told me, and I'm like, okay. She's like, not at my Walmart, not at my Target, it's not cheaper. And I'm like, really, Laura? Every fucking Walmart is cheaper than any fucking grocery, no matter where the fuck you are in the United States. Well, Laura used to act like she was too good for Walmart. She used to act like she was like too classy for Walmart. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I love Walmart. And I always love it. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with the police because Walmart does a lot of shitty things. But you know what? When it comes to my wallet and my family and saving money, I'm going to fucking go there. But I mean, like, come on, girl. Come on. Shop somewhere cheaper. You're sitting here complaining. I'm telling you, she is not the type of person that tries to like save money. Like my husband was like this kind of when we like first started dating. He would just like go to CVS and buy shit. And I used to be like, why are you buying that at CVS? I'm a cheap bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'd be like, why are you buying that at CVS? You know how much more expensive it is at CVS? Buy it at Walmart. And I finally, now he's just like, he's just like me. Like he knows where to go to save money and shit. And he's like, damn, like, because he didn't know. He was like a man. He used to just walk in the store and grab shit. And I'm like, dude, you're paying like twice the amount of money for like a bar of soap at CVS than it would be at Walmart. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I had to teach him a little bit. But I was trying to tell Laura, but she's telling me, no, my Walmart's not cheaper. I'm like, okay, girl. I'm like, really? That's bullshit. I don't go to Aldi because the one over here is always, I've only gone in there like maybe twice. It's always a fucking mess and it just kind of skeeves me out. But a lot of people really like that place. I mean, it looks like they have good, produce and stuff. But I'm just saying, like, if you're complaining about the prices, I know her, and she's not the type of person that's gonna like bring coupons or fucking. She's too good for that, or go shop somewhere cheaper to save money. So I mean, don't complain. But it's expensive for everybody, dude. Food is expensive for everybody, dude. I went and paid fucking, peanut butter right now. I can't believe the price of peanut butter. I'm like, dude, peanut butter used to be like the cheapest thing you could buy, to eat. And it's like so expensive now. It's insane.
I was like, and I'm not cheap, but that's fucking insane. So that's a hard no. And I know abuse would have gone into physical. I agree with you.
The dry goods, cheese, bread, and frozen stuff makes Aldi worth it. I get meat and cold cuts at the supermarket.
The point is that one, me that I started because I never even fucking started one.
Yeah, Stop and Shop is so expensive. When I go in there and I look at the prices of like soda or like their cereal boxes, are so expensive and they're usually smaller. I mean, they do have a better selection than my Walmart, but so there's certain cereal I'd have to get from there. But I'm just saying, like, certain things at the supermarket are way more money than they are at Walmart. So if I could get frozen foods, I get them at Walmart. Ice cream, whatever I could get at Walmart cheaper, I get it at Walmart. I can't buy meat there. I can't buy like certain things at our Walmart because it doesn't have like a full grocery store like the nice ones out of New York. But yeah.
And it drives me nuts that people are acting like, oh my.
$6.99 for a pint of blueberries. Dude, like I went in the store the other day and I couldn't believe I love the what do they call Honeycrisp apples? They're always the most expensive ones. And I see why, because they are the best apples. I think they were like $3 or $4 an apple. I was like, well, I guess I won't be eating those for a while. Like, it's just crazy. But it's expensive for everybody, dude.
Oh my God. She started to GoFundMe. Let's find it. I haven't even thought about it yet.
She hasn't thought about it yet. But the other day she said she was going to start a GoFundMe. Okay.
Like, I haven't even fucking put one together yet. I've barely been online. But when it comes to me being a good mom and doing what a mom is supposed to do,
oh my God,
that people have a problem with. But you turn around and you support Brittany, who fucking lies to you.
But Laura, this is not making you a good mom or a not good mom, okay? If you don't go to Vegas with your daughter, it's not going to make you a bad mom. That's what I don't understand. Why does she have this weird thinking that, oh, if I go to Vegas with my daughter, it's going to make me a good mom? That's what a good mom does. No, that's not. It's just not. Not necessarily. I mean, why is that even a thought? Why are you always questioning whether you're a good mom or not? I don't understand. Why do you always have to like I don't know. I don't know. She's like, that's what a good mom does. It brings her daughter to Vegas when she doesn't have money to do it. Duh. It's like, dude, you could be there for your daughter without going to Vegas. You could be there for her at home. You are being there for her. You know, just spending time with her, letting her fucking vent out to you as being a good mom, Laura. You don't need to go to Vegas to be a good mom. I mean, that is crazy to me that she thinks that that's the only way she could be a good mom. It just doesn't fucking make sense. Yeah, Vegas is all about weddings. Being there isn't going to help at all. Yeah, right? Oh, look, the Chapel of Love.
Takes
being there with your mom is to me, I feel like that would be even more upsetting. I don't know. Personally, I'd be like, I don't even want to go to Vegas because I was supposed to be going here on my honeymoon, and now I'm here with my mom, and I like my mom and all, but come on, I'd rather be having fun in Vegas with my husband. Like, wow.
all this lawyer fund money, which is complete fucking bullshit. There is no attorney. I told you people that months ago. And now she.
That'd be funny. How many times have people help Laura for things she's in no position to say anything regarding other people? That's what I'm saying. She had something to say about fucking Alicia. Remember when Alicia had the fucking GoFundMe and Laura made a big fucking deal about it? I mean, Alicia had an actual business at the time. She was a photographer, okay? And she's self-employed. That means she's self-employed. So she's responsible. She was in no shape to be working as a photographer at that time. Because I'll tell you, dude, I did photography for a while with somebody, and out of all the jobs I've worked, and I've worked physically demanding jobs, nothing I've worked is more physically demanding than being a wedding photographer, because you are literally fucking on your feet the entire fucking day, okay? From the minute you're there the longest for the whole wedding. You're there as long as the bride is. So, you're there when they're getting ready in the morning. You're there all day. You're on your feet the entire fucking time. And if you're a good photographer, you're like crawling on the floor. You're standing up, climbing things to get good shots of people. And so, and you're dressed most of the time, you're kind of dressed up, so it's hard to do, like, you're like fucking trying to climb rocks or whatever, depending on where your subject is getting married. But like, it is so physically demanding, and you're carrying around tons of bags of shit everywhere. You're holding a heavy camera in your fucking hand all day. It is a fucking hard job. All right, like, there was one night we went to this what was it called? The Yale Club in the city. And I had to stand there for like 8 hours holding this fucking light, dude. It was so heavy. And it's fucking hard work, dude. It is, being a photographer. So at that time, when Alicia couldn't do that anymore because she was physically unable to do it, she put up a GoFundMe, and Laura had something to say about it. She had fucking cancer, dude. And she had other shit going on too, but I'm just saying, she had to get another surgery. But like, Laura had something to say about it. Like, oh, how dare she? She was just asking for money so she could fucking pay her bills at the time. This is like, so that's why people look at you and they're like, are you fucking kidding me? You're asking for money for a fucking trip when you sat there and busted on somebody else who needed money to survive? Come on, girl. Also, Laura told me anyone else lawyer fund is hilarious. How many times did she say she was getting a lawyer? Yep, and was super chatted for them, and then had an excuse as for why she didn't fucking get it.
She just keeps proving it. Notice how she doesn't say a fucking word about an attorney anymore. Thank you, Sunset. Notice she doesn't even talk about a fucking attorney anymore because she doesn't have one.
Yeah, matching tattoos too. Yeah, that's necessary, right?
People fucking support. Hey, Gina. That's who these people fucking support, and it makes no sense to me.
Because Laura wants all the money
I have no problem with. All
right, but how do you even know? I've never known Natalie from CA. She's been around the community a pretty long time. I don't know. I don't know if she donates money to people necessarily. Like, I don't know if I remember her being like a super chatter. Like, I don't know. How do you even know she contributed to that, Laura? Like, what?
there's other ones that have done these fundraisers that they have no fucking problem with. And I don't mean,
How do you know how she feels about that, though?
I'm not talking about QP or Granny. I'm honestly not. Honestly, Granny has so many fucking lawsuits she's in. She needs lawyers all over the place. I'm not going to down her for that. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, Dayton was in a car accident the other night.
I forgot to tell you guys, I got more fucking sappy shit to tell you.
And fucked up Phoenix's car.
Laura had the nerve to say she has always shown receipts for all money she's gotten before, during, and after. Yeah, girl, when did that happen? Anybody let me know. A lot of people sent Laura money to fund the wedding, bought extra candles, became members, all for the money to be wasted, shamelessly asking the same people for money. Yeah, it's kind of tacky, right? You would think.
That was the other thing that's been going on.
I remember her saying something a while back, because she was like asking for people. Oh, that's right. She came on here. She's like, oh, my daughter's panicking because she needs $5,000 more for the wedding. She asked me to set up a GoFundMe, and all this shit, right? And I was like, wait a second, you're this close to the wedding and you're $5,000 short. That's a problem. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, she was like basically asking people. And then I remember her saying, oh, you guys aren't invited though. She was asking for money for the wedding, basically. And then she's like, well, she doesn't want any Patreons there. And I'm like, oh, so, you could ask for money from these people, but you don't want them there, which I wouldn't want, people I didn't know at my wedding either. But I'm just saying, like, you're gonna take their money, but then, I don't know, just whatever. It's crazy to me. Oh, that is true, Allison. You're right. Also, the Idaho 4 Parents GoFundMe, she had an opinion on that. You're 100% right. She did.
So now Phoenix,
because like, I don't see a problem with that stuff, and I know a lot of people had opinions on that, but I'm like, I'm not in their shoes, and money doesn't solve anything, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't look at money the same way, I guess, like Laura does. Like, Laura thinks money will solve all her problems in life, and I know that it doesn't. So, if giving those people money to me, I'm like, do you think that's going to change anything, like, in their lives? Like, okay, yeah, they'll have some money, but it's not going to change, their sadness or their grief about what happened.
Phoenix's car needs to get fixed. And of course, Dave's paying for it.
Yeah, she doesn't have that kind of support anymore. That's what she said.
But
hold on, what she say there?
That was the other thing that's been going on. So now Phoenix's car needs to get fixed. And of course, Dave's paying for it. But, it's just one thing after another this week.
Let me bust out the violins here.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, her attorney never replied to Granny.
Oh, I know she's guilt tripping people. I know exactly what she's doing here. She's
which I don't really understand. I thought that they had to, but I guess not.
Paisley sending the canceled wedding gifts back. That's a great question.
Now, I just want to let you guys know.
Well, technically, she wouldn't have gotten them, no? Right? Like, yeah, because the wedding didn't happen. Are you talking about, like, the shower gifts? Yeah, because, like, what the fuck do you do with that? Did I tell you guys? Yeah, my cousin broke off her engagement after, but she gave everything back. She gave all the money back and everything. But, I mean, this happens. I was thinking of it the other day. I'm like, pretty much my brother broke off his engagement too, but they didn't even start planning a wedding yet at that point in time. I mean, it does suck to call it off this close to the wedding, but it happens all the time. I mean, my brother broke his engagement off, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't go to Vegas with him. You know what I did do as a sister? I invited him over every weekend to come eat dinner with me and my family, so he wasn't alone on the weekends. I went shopping with him. I went to, helped him redo his apartment, and that's what I did with him to help him get over it, because he was devastated. He was with the girl for 6 years, okay, engaged, and she was cheating on him for 2 years, he found out, and it was fucking horrible. And it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. And we were all fucking hurt, dude. It was a very sad situation. My whole family was hurt. My mom was really hurt. Not be, you know, we got very close with her family. So it wasn't just like them two breaking up. It was like the whole family had to break up because we got super close with her mom, and her mom used to come over for Thanksgiving and Christmas and, you know, birthdays. We used to go out to dinner all the time with them. And then all of a sudden, you know, they break up, and it was hard for everybody, not, you know, but obviously it's him the most. But it was like, it was a really sad situation, but it happens, you know. Unfortunately, my brother met Satan after that, but what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna buffer for a minute. There's some dead spots on the road I'm about to turn on.
I know her son having a car accident doesn't cost her anything unless she has to pay a deductible, which is like what, like $100, and depending on the damage. And she's like, oh, he has to pay for that. Well, shouldn't you have insurance on your car?
But it uses up in a few minutes, so just bear with me on the buffering, because it will buffer for a minute. But she doesn't
She got that ice maker she's been enjoying as a wedding gift. Who's that?
even talk about her fucking attorney. Brittany doesn't even fucking talk about it. No longer is it anything about her attorney. It's like everything is a fucking lie. But yet, all these people support Brittany. The amount of money that this fucking scammer makes is beyond my comprehension. I just don't
That's the problem. She's jealous that the girl makes a lot of money.
get it. I'm sorry, I don't.
You don't need to get it. It's not up for you to get it. Who cares? It has nothing to do with you. She is always, that's the problem right here. It's because she is always so hyper focused on everybody else's money and how they're getting it and how they're making it and what they're doing. Stop fucking focusing on everybody else's money.
I think it's absolutely fucking weird. And then, have you noticed too? She gets so giddy when it comes to people supporting her. Like, she literally gets so fucking giddy. It's like, oh, girl, thank you. But, bitch, shut up. So I know I told you guys too, I was going to make a video.
Oh, awesome. Jesse has a game. My friend just texted me because I can't even watch his game because it's not on this thing that I usually watch it on. So my friend just texted me and told me he has going to give me a password for this other service that you could use. That's fucking awesome.
I just haven't had the time, but I'll tell you what it was. I'm still going to make it. If any clip channels, they won't because it's kind of against them. But so Jay was reviewing Brittany, and Brittany stole from GW where she says, "Oh, why do you have to tell people to thank someone because you got a membership? Like, how fucking immature." And I'm laughing because I've been saying that forever. But every single one of Jay's friends say it. So I was going to make a video.
What? Wait, hold on. I missed this before. I don't think I kind of tuned her out before when she starts talking about Brittany and all these people. I can't listen.
Well, they won't because it's kind of against them. But
wait.
So Jay was reviewing Brittany, and Brittany stole from GW where she says, "Oh,
wait." Jay was reviewing Brittany, and Brittany stole from Granny's watching. Okay.
Why do you have to tell people to thank someone because you got a membership? Like, how fucking immature." And I'm laughing because I've been saying that forever.
What the fuck? Why is this important?
But every single one of Jay's friends.
Thank you, Polka Dot Suzanne. I appreciate that.
Say it. So I was going to make a video.
I know, you stole words. Like, oh my God, it's so weird.
And show Jay saying that to Brittany, but not saying it's every single one of her friends that say it. But, I mean, I just haven't had a chance to do it. But
wait, she was going to make an entire video about this? What?
It's pretty funny.
I don't know, I'm confused why do you even care about that? I'm so confused. What an odd thing to focus on. What the fuck?
What? I mean, I've been saying that forever. But it's just like, Brittany, am I out of the dead zone? Because like I said, I know there's...
You're in the brain dead zone, that's for sure.
2 dead zones. I should... See, but
I just can't believe the fucking entitlement in this video. I think that's what got me before, but I'm like, it's Laura. She's always fucking entitled, but it's just like, dude, like we're all struggling right now. I don't know anybody who's like, yeah, I'm just living comfortably with like the prices of everything is just going fucking so high right now. Food, everything, everything. And like everybody is struggling to get by right now. And like people are not spending the way that they were, maybe a couple of years ago. And she acts like she's the only fucking person that's going through this right now. We're all going through it. Welcome to the fucking club. Everybody's struggling right now. Everybody's, dealing with higher costs of things. It's like, I can't believe she's saying this as if she's the only one that this is affecting. It's just fucking crazy to me.
And here's the other thing I don't understand. Can't Granny's attorney call can't Granny's attorney call the attorney and say, are you representing her or not?
I don't, dude, when she starts talking about this shit, I gotta just fast forward. I don't care about any of this. It's just
But
like,
Brittany, I'm
whatever.
telling you guys, Brittany hired this guy for $200. That was it.
She's obsessed with this attorney for some reason.
That's all she did.
Yeah, heating bills, everything is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, Kristen, I just think the whole thing is fake. I don't think she got this attorney for anything. Just $200 for the C&Ds, and that's it. That's really what I believe. Prove me wrong, Brittany.
Why does she have to, Laura? It has nothing to do with you. How crazy is this shit? Is it Delorve? Is that what it's called? I don't know if I'm saying that right. They stole fucking crazy heist, dude, that they did at this museum. Right? Somebody left like a crane out there, some company that was doing work. They went in through like this window and they stole these like priceless jewels, that a crown. And I'm thinking in my head while I was watching this video about it the other day, how would you sell that? But they said they could basically grind the diamonds and shit down and then you would never know where they came from. And I'm like, oh my God, man, that is fucking crazy, dude. That is like some type of movie shit, that you see in a movie when they're stealing like these types of things. Thank God they recovered. I think they recovered most of it. I'm pretty sure. Like one of the earrings was found in the museum. I think they got the crown back. I don't know. There was a few things, but I don't know if they caught the people yet. I'm not sure about that. But there's still some stuff they haven't recovered. Yeah, that's where the Mona Lisa is. It has to be an inside job, or they had to have paid off that construction company to, because once they got in, they just broke the cases and everything like that. But I guarantee they're gonna have an armed guard standing there from now on. You know, but yeah, I think they probably had that construction company had to leave that thing there on purpose, for them to know that it was going to be there. Oh, they were caught.
I should be out of the dead part.
Priceless Van Gogh's there too. It's fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy.
But I don't know who's worse, Brittany or herself.
Oh my
But
God.
these people, it's like, everyone wants to talk about QB's fundraisers. Look, I got my issues with QB. Do not mistake me. I absolutely think QB walked away with over 100 grand in her pocket from fundraisers.
100 grand in their
Again,
pocket.
what the allure to her is, I have no idea. So don't make it seem like I'm sticking up for QB, because I'm not at all. But QB and Brittany are two different people. You can have two things that are wrong
So now Britney's worse than Queen Bee. Okay.
and two situations that are wrong. You can't. Brittany
She sounds like Tracy. Both true.
can't use QB and say, "Well, she didn't show receipts, so I don't have to," or Granny. Like, be your own fucking
Yeah, the Mona Lisa is like super, super tiny. Everybody thinks it's like this huge painting, but it's not.
person, bitch. Ah,
Whoa, I thought she just got in an accident. I was like, what the fuck? I stopped listening at this point. Once she starts discussing the girl Brittany, I'm just like, I can't listen to it anymore because I don't know what the fuck she's talking about for starters. Like, I have no idea. I don't follow any of these people, so I don't know what she's even talking about with an attorney. It's like I'm lost when she starts talking about this girl's attorney. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude?
and she doesn't.
I mean, the other day I like listened to the 10 minutes of her live, and then the rest of the live, I guess she played the girl Brittany. I couldn't listen. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about with this fucking attorney or any of this shit. Like, no idea. And why you're so even invested in it.
She wants to use everybody else.
Yeah, she's so out of touch with the title that genuinely is a trip to Vegas is a good thing. Her should be funding right before Christmas. Well, it's like really weird. I don't know if I might have missed it because I keep pausing and talking. But I thought she mentioned Christmas is coming in this, and I'm thinking in my head, like, right, Laura, and it's coming for everybody else too, not just you, and like to take a trip like that right before Christmas, and when she gets back, she's gonna be expecting people to fucking help her buy Christmas presents. She'll have another story. Oh, it's my daughter's first Christmas without, her husband. Like she'll have some story. And like again, I'm not downing her for wanting to like do something nice for her daughter. That's fine. That's great. But like you're expecting other people to pay for it, and you're the one who's always judging everybody else when they ask for money on here, and to me this isn't like a necessity. This isn't going to change anything in her life. Yeah, it'll be cool. Yeah, it'll be fun, but it's not like you're gonna go on this trip and then when she comes home she's gonna be like magically healed from this situation, dude. Like that's not how life works. Everybody's been through heartbreak. I mean, I've done some stupid shit to try to, oh yeah, this will help me get over this person, and guess what, didn't work. And it worked, just taking time, because that's how it is. You just gotta let time pass by, and eventually you get over things. You're kind of forced to.
And
Yeah.
not only
If the trip
that,
was about her daughter, why wouldn't you just tell your daughter go with one of her friends? I'm sure one of her friends could afford a trip to Vegas. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get why she needs to be there. I don't even get it. I don't get it. And she's like yelling at this Natalie, Natalie. And Natalie just said she jumped on a trip with her daughter. Well, her daughter's the one who said, I'm still going on my thing. And Laura's like, okay, I'll come with you. So that's exactly what happened. What are you so mad about? Or at least that's what
the
you told
truth
us.
is, like I said the other day, QB has multiple attorneys going on because.
Dude, I'm so sick of hearing about fucking attorneys from her, dude. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, I don't have to listen to it either, but I'm just saying. I'm like, what? Like, what is with your obsession? And why are all these people fucking talking about attorneys all the time?
Because
I don't get why Laura's so vicious with Brittany. Brittany never says mean stuff about her because she's jealous. That's what it comes down to.
The custody fight and the domestic. So do I think she's using lawyer funds for everything? Absolutely. But she's got a lot of different court cases. So it's, she's using this attorney and that attorney and this attorney. And believe me, custody fights are fucking.
I suspect Laura was an easy mother-in-law to deal with, especially when she's coming online making out the husband to be a freeloader who proposed and left Laura to fund the wedding. Yeah, that sounds so weird to me, dude. It did from the beginning, because I'm like, nowadays, like, obviously back in the day, or if your family's loaded, okay, if you come from money, typically the bride's parents pay for most of the wedding, and then the husband, the groom's parents will pay for something. They'll give something towards the wedding, whether it's like, I don't know, paying for the bar or something, like, or the food or something. They'll contribute in some way, shape, or form. The way she made it seem is like, oh, this guy proposed and had no plans. His family didn't contribute at all to this wedding. It was all Laura and her mom and her daughter. And I'm like, that right there would send up huge red flags to me, especially because it's not like, the daughter's from a rich family. If you're in a rich family, then I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm sure he knows your situation, that your job is quote YouTube and making fucking candles and babysitting. Like, why would he expect you to pay for a wedding? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Most couples nowadays are paying for their own weddings. They save up or do what they have to do to pay for their own weddings. So I don't know. That whole thing to me always seemed very weird, because I'm like, so you're telling me that the fiance and his family are not contributing a dime to this wedding? They're just going to show up as guests? Like, what? That just sounds crazy to me.
Expensive.
Never heard that.
I lived through one, 6 years worth. So I do think a lot of QB's money is going for attorneys. It's not the Betty attorney.
Oh, all of a sudden she thinks this? Interesting.
Oh yeah, QB's got a whole shitload of attorneys needed. She's in the middle of a custody fight. She's in the middle um,
How does Laura know all this?
of a domestic issue that she had with the ex's wife. She's in all
Why would you need whatever?
sorts of shit. And
Would you need an
she's got like 4 different attorneys going on. So
you don't always need an attorney in every situation, but
she may be lying.
especially if it's civil. As if a man proposes and expects a single mother like Laura to pay it. I doubt he even knows Laura was collecting money for the wedding. That's what I'm saying. Like that to me, that doesn't make any sense. So he proposed knowing that, oh yeah, my fiance's single mom, fucking, YouTuber mom who babysits and sells candles is gonna fucking fund my wedding, dude. Like, I don't know. Unless Laura presented her, herself to him that she's fucking loaded or something. I don't know. I don't know why he would expect that. It just doesn't make sense.
To her subs about.
Imagine finding out someone was collecting money for your wedding and hadn't put any money towards it. Now he could cause a fight. Yeah, and when Laura says, I hate to say this, but when she says, "Oh, he was isolating, the daughter from her,"
Why she needs.
I'm just not even gonna play this anymore because she's just talking about this fucking girl, Brittany, and I really don't fucking care about the girl. No offense to the girl, I just don't fucking care to hear Laura's opinion about lawyer funds and everything. But you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I thought that is this the same East Coast person that goes in Laura's chat? I'm shocked you would be in here saying this. Here's the thing, why is YouTube job to fund the trip? You afford it, you don't go. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, I think that he was probably like, yeah, your mom's trying to grift off our okay. Well, welcome in the chat. I didn't know if it was you or not because you're everybody's handles are now. I'm looking at handles when I used to look at your guys' memes, so I'm getting confused about this. But anyway, I've heard Laura yelling at you a few times on your stream. I guess because you were trying to give her a little dose of reality, so that's why I'm asking. I've heard you not being even rude to her at all, just basically the same things that we all say, like and she's been very ugly towards you. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, maybe that's why he was, like trying to keep her away from not I don't even think that's true, but if it was true, maybe it's because like Laura, you're on YouTube begging for money for their wedding. Like who even knows if you telling I don't did anybody believe because now we know the truth, okay? Does anybody remember that she was telling us that she was funding the entire wedding? Do you guys remember her saying, "Oh, I'm paying for the whole wedding"? This was around the time that she was saying, "Oh, I'm going broke and I'm, going to claim bankruptcy and all this other shit." But she was also trying to tell us that she was paying for the entire wedding herself. And I'm sure if he heard that, he's probably like, why the fuck is your mom online? Because she said he listens to her. The mom was probably like, I mean, the boyfriend was probably like, why the fuck is your mom telling, people online that she's paying for our entire wedding when that's not true? Like, I mean, really, because even though she's not asking for money, it's like her way of like, what do they call that? A soft bag? What's the name for that? I forget. A dry bag, when you kind of, where did I get a soft bag? A dry bag where like, you're not exactly begging for the money, but you're kind of like insinuating that you need the money. So like you're like, oh, I'm so broke, I'm paying for it. Like, for instance, remember the time she went into Walmart and she was like showing this computer and she was like acting like, oh, I wish I could afford this for my kid, and that kind of shit. That's like a dry bag right there. She's not asking for the money, but she's like, she went in there knowing that it was going to kind of tug at people's heartstrings and they were going to be like, oh, your kid deserves this. Let me give you money towards it. Here you go. Because she knew Laura caught on pretty quick that like people here care about her children, right? They do. And it worked for her for a long time. She made a lot of money using her children and whatever they were going through at the time to kind of make money, make people feel bad. And then because she knew people like, here you go. Oh, your kid needs something because everybody cares about kids. Most people do, so they give money when they know it's going towards a kid. they're more apt to give the money out when they're like, oh, it's for her kid, it's for this, you know. She caught on pretty damn quick that worked for her on here. So she has definitely used it to her advantage over the last, couple of years to, give these sob stories about her kid and sad fish and dry begging, whatever you want to call it. But hold on, I want to read Ash's comment. Let me just scroll back up here. So I guess instead of people coming at her for asking Brittany about the lawyer money and not Queen Bee, so she thinks she can avoid that by not calling Queen Bee out. Her logic is flawed. Yeah, for real. Hold on a second. Oh, sweet. Yes, you're the best. Hold on, I'm just texting my friend back. You're the best. Thank you. Ah, yes. All right. I gotta hold on. Let me see what time this game is. I was like, I can't watch this game. See, dude, you meet such awesome people. Hold on. I just gotta see because I gotta get off here so I can watch this game. But hold on a second. There's 2 different apps you could use to watch games. So, oh wow, huh? Oh my god, that's so fucking awesome. Sorry, I shouldn't be reading this stuff on live. I'm reading like hockey chat right now. Let me just go see what time this game is. Okay, I got a little bit before I gotta get off here because I gotta watch my son's game. I'm like, I was gonna go. I don't feel the best, but I could have went, but where it's fucking in Jersey, dude, and leaving the dog home for over 12 hours today, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do it because he has another game tomorrow. So there is no content on our channel. I'm not giving a penny to drag Brittany. So over that, leave the lady alone. I don't even understand why she's dragging the girl, to be quite honest. Like, did the girl do something to her? Because she went from like standing up for her to now just completely she dry begged for a tramp stamp. Like, what the fuck is going on? Who? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the girl didn't do anything to her. And I get it. It's YouTube. People are public. But I personally feel, you went from standing up for the girl, right? Because you're like, oh, all everybody talks about is this Brittany, 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 Brittany. And then I think she saw that, the people that were talking about the girl were getting a lot of people in their chats. They're getting a lot of money. And so she decided to, jump on that one. Yeah, I didn't want to leave him alone for 12. Well, we would have been gone. My husband said, what, 12 hours? Over 12 hours. I'm like, that's a long time to leave the dog. I do it sometimes, but he's going to be like, I'm the one that has to deal with him when I get home. He'll be fine. 12 hours, Ovi. He's pretty, he's growing up. The only thing he does now, because he's a little spiteful motherfucker, he will go, I have pillows on my couch just for like Halloween, like fall. And so he'll go on my couch and he'll grab the pillow. He won't chew it. He just grabs the pillow off and puts it on the floor and like leaves it there just to be like, bitch, you left me. Like, that's what he does to spite me. So Dobermans are like the most spiteful dogs you'll ever like meet in your life. They're so fucking smart and they're so spiteful. So he does that. I'm not worried about him in that sense. It's just like the problem is when I get home later at night because he's been alone the whole day, he is like fucking crazy. I mean, it's like witching hour times 10 because he's still like a baby, Ovi. He's 3, so he's still like a little puppy-ish. So he goes through like a witching hour still every night and gets fucking crazy and starts like really being wild. He's gotten a lot better since he was a puppy, but if I leave him for 12 hours, come home at like 8 o'clock at night, he will be fucking driving me nuts the whole entire night, like going fucking crazy. So, so I figure it's better that I just stay home. I could still watch the game. But today I was like kind of upset because I was like, I can't watch it. Oh, but you know what? I still don't know if I could watch it because I got to see if it's even listed on the website. All right, I'll do that. I'll have to get off here in a little bit just so I can set everything up. But, yeah. Anyway, I hate missing his games, but he has one tomorrow too. So, anyway, so yeah, we have a lot of games. East Coast Laura was hoping Brittany would thank her. Wait, hold on. I want to go back up here. Where is you? How come I don't see Jules? Oh, there she is. Sad fishing. Hold on. It's just crazy, dude. She says that since Brittany let her defend her, wait, She says that since Brittany let her defend her, no one asked her to either, and ended up a drug addict, therefore lying to her and made her look stupid. That's why she's going at her. What? That's her excuse for her and all other people Brittany has misled into defending her. That's her excuse. We all know what the reality is, dude. Why would Laura care if the girl's doing drugs, honestly? Like, really? Why? Like, especially, I don't get that because, Mrs. Recovered Addict over there, wouldn't you feel, sympathy for somebody while they're going through a drug addiction or something? But I don't even know if the girl's addicted to drugs. I don't watch her, so I don't know. I don't even know if that's fucking true. Because, she's just making excuses. It really just comes down to Brittany's more profitable right now. And she does it every time. She goes after people. I'm sure if I fucking kept, up with this drama and shit, and I kept fucking got myself involved in that community and talked shit about people, I'd have a fucking, way more than 117 people sitting in here right now. I just like don't have the energy for it anymore. During COVID and like 5 years ago when, our community was more active, I got like way fucking deep in this shit and like, no, thank you. I don't want to be in that kind of drama anymore, dude. It's not really that fun. It's not that fun. You got it. Like, it's too much. It's too much. I don't even know how people follow all of it. I really don't. Because especially some of these people, there's like multiple channels, okay? And they're all going live. I see it like because I'm still like I'm subscribed to Nonsense still, right? So I see her things popping up constantly on my phone. I mean, I don't know how many times, I don't know if she goes live multiple times a day or she's dropping videos, but I see her thing, popping up like a few times a day or a lot often. I see her name coming up. And I know the other day I saw one of her live streams and it was 8 hours long. And I was like, dude, that's long. I mean, I've done some long live streams myself, but 8 hours is fucking extreme, dude. Wish you would come on more. There seriously isn't much to watch anymore on here. I know. I suck at coming on here. Like some days I'm just like, I don't know. I don't have anything to like talk about. So I'm like, I don't know. I'll try to come on more though. I'll try to come on more. I just like some days I'm just like I really just don't have anything to talk about. So like I'm not gonna go live and bore you guys to death. I mean I could always chat, but anyone remember Laura hanging in Molly's chat, praying Molly would drop her candle links? Then she ordered some for Nick Carter, and God knows if he ever received them. Wait. Nick Carter bought candles from Laura, or was she seriously gonna send them? All right, hold on. I have to see if I can even find the game on there. Sorry, I'm just texting my friend back. All right. Because I don't know if it's listed. Anyway, I didn't see it listed last night. They get really nasty about her. They talk horribly about her small children. It's disgusting. Yeah, like, dude, what the fuck? I know Nonsense the other day when she did the 8-hour stream, it was about that girl Lauren, which is another thing I can't follow anymore. I'm just like, okay, dude, like how long are we gonna milk this one? How long are we gonna milk this one? To be honest, like once I got to a certain point, I followed the beginning, and then once it got to a certain point, I was like, oh, this just sounds like a bunch of bitches being petty with each other on the fucking internet, like including Lauren. I understand though that's the one difference, because I feel like all these people are like, oh, Lauren did this, Lauren did that, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of understand. Like, you have to go back to the beginning of what happened, that people were threatening to expose her text messages. Like, why? And anybody would be like, I don't want my personal text messages out there. And so I think the girl Lauren just panicked and, she fucking did whatever she could to try to stop that from coming out. And people are like, oh, well, she must have said some horrible shit if she doesn't want her text messages coming out. I don't look at it like that. Who knows what she said? Who the fuck remembers everything they said in a text message for the last 6 years or however long? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have told personal details about your life. You could have told somebody your asshole's itchy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would want that shit to come out. Nobody would want if you're going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I would love my personal text messages to be shared with the world. You are a motherfucking liar. And also you're a liar if you're like, oh no, I've never talked shit about anybody. Never, never. You're also a fucking liar. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a liar. I don't care about the Lauren shit either. And no, they are obsessing over her too. Yeah, yeah. But they've been Britney for over a year now. Because I'm like, look, the girl Lauren, at the end of the day, she does her fucking true crime shit on here and she don't bother anybody, right? Whatever the fuck goes on in her personal shit, I mean, she brought it here, so she could take the blame to that. And she probably shouldn't have done that live stream. So, you know, she kind of fucking fucked herself. But I don't think she's one of those types of people that's in, you know, that was in like a drama community online, okay? Like for years and understood how people act online. Because I'm telling you, people act like fucking animals on this shit. You guys we've all seen it. People act on here. I believe a lot of people act completely differently than how they would act in real life. You know, I think a lot of the people, especially the ones that like to hide behind fucking you know, fake fucking accounts and shit, it's really easy to talk shit to somebody, right? When you're hiding from a fucking fake account. But come on my, you know, come on my platform. Come take a fucking link and talk shit to my face. You notice none of them will fucking do it? Because they're, you know, they're able to say it from behind a fucking you know, fake account. It's easy to do that. Anybody can fucking do it. They said, yeah, the shit that they said about her brother was gross. No, beefers. People would be like, whoa, what's wrong with these two fucking women? They'd definitely be like, what the fuck? Unless those people in the messages with her said something about her being nasty about victims when she made the comments, they are much better if so bad speak up. Yeah, exactly, right. How come it wasn't a problem when she said back then? Now it's a problem. And even if she did, even if she said something about the victims, I'm sorry. I know that our society looks at it like, oh, you should never shit talk victims, you know? And I agree to a certain extent, but like, I look back at even like the Chris Watts case, a lot of people were critical of Shanann, and and people didn't understand. It's not, you know, it's not like people are like, oh, she deserved to die. I never certainly thought that. But I do remember when I was watching her videos in the very beginning, I saw some things that I was like, ooh, you know, like this whole like Thrive thing and having cameras in your family's faces and using your family to sell products, okay, for this multi-level marketing thing, which I'm totally against, probably because of that case, but I kind of always been against that, you know, uh business model. I don't like it. I don't like when you harass people to buy products, and when you're, you know, especially now the way it's taken on a whole new life on social media where people are basically, you know, using their families to sell, and they're very pushy with the products. Like I don't like that, you know? And they're never really talking about the products. That's the weird thing. They're like always talking about the business, not really the products. Like they're never really selling the products, they're selling the business, you know? That's how you know it's a scheme. But anyway, like that kind of stuff, definitely I was like, all right, something's like not right here, you know, like this is weird. She got sucked into this cult. But I mean, at the very beginning, I definitely like had my opinions about it that people probably didn't like, you know, and fine. You're allowed to have an opinion about a victim, you know. I don't understand why people are always like, oh, you know, once you become a victim, you become a saint, you know. That's not always necessarily the case. It's just not. Which I find it funny because the same people are like, oh, you know, fuck Charlie Kirk, he's a fucking racist. See, like, I don't feel like that. I feel like he was a victim. I didn't agree with any of that guy's political fucking anything, but the guy did not deserve to die the way he did. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Don't care. You know, like, I don't care what he said. They were just words. Okay. I don't agree with him, but I don't feel hatred towards the guy. I just don't fucking, you know, I just wouldn't go to one of his fucking things. That's for sure, when he was alive. But like, nobody deserves to be executed in public like that at 30 whatever years old. Like, that's just horrible. You know, I don't give a fuck who you are. It's disgusting. I defended Lauren, but to hear the shit she talked to Kay Vallow, to hear she shit talked Kay Val while at the same time befriending and having dinner with her is gross. Oh, really? Eesh, that's not good. I didn't know about that, but yeah, that's probably not good. I don't know what she said, but eesh, eesh. You know, that's kind of gross. That is kind of gross. I never like defended the girl, but I'll defend her in the sense of like, again, people talk shit. Why are you fucking, putting out somebody's private messages? Lauren compared herself and her treatment of the two victims and the family members. Wait, hold on, sis, not like that. Wait, what? Am I like having brain issues here, or am I like, what's going on? Lauren compared herself and her treatment to two of the victims and the family member's sister. Not like that. What do you mean? I don't understand that. Sorry. Her private opinions being made public to cancel her is more important. They don't care if it could hurt the families to see her private opinions about them, but they care so much to protect victims. That's a good point. That's a good point. That is a good point. Why put that out there? You know what I'm saying? And again, Ash brought up a good point. If you were okay with it at when she said it, why is it a fucking problem now? I've accidentally texted the person I was talking shit about. I learned never to do that. Oh, girl, I did that once and I learned my fucking lesson. Not texted them, okay? I fucking called them by accident. I butt dialed them by accident. I wasn't like talking like horrible shit, but I was kind of like saying, I forget exactly what I was saying, but it was something that definitely I think probably would have hurt their feelings if they heard me saying it. I don't think they heard it, but oh my God, I remember freaking out in the car. That was when me and my husband first started dating. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what did I just do? I accidentally like hit their number and I was like, oh my God. It wasn't like bad, but it was like, I don't think they would have been too happy about what I was saying. I still don't like the women who are going after Lauren, Christina Laurie, the attorney, Lindsay. Well, that's the whole thing too. Like, just because I guess we'll go with Tracy's thing, both things are true, just because, I think they're all fucked up. That's how I feel. I think Lauren's wrong, and I think fucking the girls are wrong, too. So the girl Christina, I'm sorry, she's a little fucking weird. Must be something with the name Christina, creepy Christina. I haven't kept up. I haven't kept up either. After I watched that fucking 9-hour live stream, and then I kept up a little more, but once some of the other stuff started coming out, I was like, okay, come on, Lauren, you're not like the victim, but at the same time, I guess she was just, I mean, this is her job, this is her career, so I could kind of understand that she like just wanted to like do what she could to just put an end to it. But she probably should have never did that fucking live stream, I'll tell you that, because she opened herself up to a whole fucking world of criticism, that you can't control. Can't control people on the internet, dude. So people are gonna talk shit about you. If they want to talk shit, they're gonna talk their shit. And there ain't nothing you can do. I mean, if people are lying about you, yeah, that sucks. But I just feel like for her, somebody with that big of a fucking channel, right? She had how many fucking subscribers? She's got to be over 100,000, right? The girl Christina was getting, I don't know, minimal views on TikTok. You just brought so much attention to that girl from fucking 100,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Yeesh. Lauren's last stream made her look nuts. Are you talking about the one with the husband where they were talking about Brad Pitt? Because I tried turning that shit on and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I had to turn it off. My brain couldn't even begin to follow that. And normally I'm very interested in like psychology, talk, like what makes people act the way they act and do the things they do. But that shit, I couldn't fucking do it. Couldn't fucking do it. Compared what she's going through to Tylee and Charles K was pissed about that. See, I didn't follow the Lori Vallow case, so I don't really, yeah, the Brad Pitt thing was weird though. I was like, it sounds like your husband seems a little infatuated with Brad Pitt, which I understand completely because he's Brad Pitt, but a little weird too. I don't know. I only listened to like a little bit and I was like, I fucking can't follow this. Sorry. I can't follow. Who is Kay though? Who is Kay? Lauren compare herself to victims is stupid and ridiculous. It's dramatic, but like at the same time, is it the worst thing? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think people on here, have a tendency to like overreact to things. What I call them the true crime Karens. They get like so fucking emotional about these fucking cases that I'm like, holy shit. Like, I get it. You know, you follow these cases and you do become emotionally invested in them. But some of the way, like the way that people act sometimes with these cases, I always go back to the Chris Watts case because, like, if you said anything about Shanann, I would see like a comment about Shanann and people would be like, you deserve to die. And I'm like, oh, so wait a second. Let me just get this straight because I criticized, I don't know, her eyebrows, let's just say, because somebody, not me, I'm just saying, because somebody criticized her eyebrows. You think that they deserve to die now because of that? Like, that's a little extreme. It's a little fucking extreme of a reaction. You're being a little fucking dramatic, okay? Just like, I don't know. People are fucking crazy. Oh, Kay Woodcock. That's a terrible fucking name. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's a bad name. I shouldn't laugh, but that's horrible. I feel sorry for her. Charles Vallow's sister. I can't even follow all that shit. Charles Vallow is what? The ex-husband that died? That would they not died, they killed. Kay's brother, Charles Vallow's killed. Okay, by Lori's brother. Dude, what a fucking how do you get your brother to kill somebody, can I ask? Like, I can never imagine having that conversation with my brother when we were close. You know, like, yeah, hey, could you go fucking kill somebody, Steven? Steven. Oh my god, his name is so not Steven, but I don't use his real name on here. But I mean, he'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, no, that's not gonna happen. I don't know. Did they have a conversation like that, or did she like convince him somehow? I don't know. I really didn't follow that story too closely because it was like too crazy and too many different things going on. Like, I know the basics, you know, that he died and that guy was like running some type of cult, right? Or some type of shit. I don't know. And then the children is horrible. That's the worst part of the fucking story. And especially how they died and what they did to those kids. How do you fucking do that? Crazy story. Crazy story. But I think people would be surprised to know that probably most of the fucking people that you follow on here that do true crime that you think have fucking integrity probably do the same fucking thing. They probably all do it. Because this true crime, I'm weirded out by the fucking like crime con, dude. I think that's fucking weird. I think it's a weird fucking event. I don't know. I'm like, really? Like, are we like turning people's tragedies into a business? But I guess it is, you know? But like, I don't know. That kind of weirds me out because I'm like, why are we going to a convention for crime? Like, it's not like a law enforcement convention. It's like a bunch of people who make money off of talking about these stories, having a convention. It just fucking, it's weird to me. I'm sorry. I find it weird. I do. It's a little strange. I just never, and I get it. People do it. They write books about these cases and they make money and that's fine. I don't, it's just the whole crime con thing just kind of doesn't sit right with me. It's weird, but whatever. It is what it is. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But it's like so oversaturated now with so many people doing these crime cases. Apparently, people will do whatever you want if you convince them you are the closest thing to God on earth. Well, you know what I found weird when I was watching the girl Lauren's original um live stream? She's like, "Yeah, I had my producer or whoever it is go through 6 years of my text messages." And I'm like, "What?" Like, I would never like ask somebody else to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Really? Like, you asked somebody to go and sit there and read, like, the girl didn't sleep." She's like, "Yeah, she didn't sleep. She didn't do this." And I kind of sense a little bit of entitlement from her because I'm like, "Why would you ask somebody else to do that for you? Like, are you paying her to do this? Like, round the clock fucking checking your reading text messages and shit and screenshotting them? Like, I don't know. That's kind of crazy." CrimeCon gives me the icks. They charge people a fortune for tickets. Yeah, I heard they were like super fucking expensive. I'd go do CrimeCon, but only if it was free. No more than 100 people showed up. Oh, really? Oh, are you saying and no more? All right, never mind. I don't know, dude. I think it's just it's a little weird to me. Like, I'm like, CrimeCon? Like, maybe because I think of it like I used to go to the IMATS every year, which is basically like a makeup artist convention. I'm not a makeup artist, but it's open to the regular public too. And I'm like, it's there for people who love makeup, right? Like, I don't know. It's supposed to be like a fun place to go. You get to see, theater makeup and all these different displays, and it's just really cool and interesting. And I'm like, I'm trying to like imagine the same thing with crime cases, and I'm like, it's kind of fucking weird in my head because I'm like, I don't know, like it's sad, but if it's there to help, situations like get better, then maybe I don't know. I don't really know what goes on at Crime Con, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know. If it's there for advocating for victims, then yeah, then it's a good thing. But I'm the way it sounds to me, it's almost like this like weird social convention and people are selling merch, and that's where it gets weird for me. Because I'm like, I don't know. I've never been there, so it's weird to see my old boss at Crime Con. He's hacking his crime book. Oh, he went? Oh my god, I see him everywhere. I fucking see him everywhere. Not gonna say who it is, but I see him everywhere. He is a handsome guy though. Anyway, but yeah, he's always on like he's like all over the fucking place. I'll be like watching a random like show and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I know him, but I don't know him, but I kind of know him. So many things I would rather do than go to Crime Con. Yeah, like to spend my money on that. I don't know. Would that girl spend $800 on a ticket? I'm like, holy shit, I would never spend that. We were just talking about this the other day. Somebody in my Discord was saying how they wanted to buy tickets to go to what's it called? Somebody's concert. And they were like $400 or $500. And I'm like, holy shit, man, that's a lot of money for a fucking ticket for a concert. Is that what they're going for these days? That's a lot of money. Hair conventions. Ooh, I would like to go to one of those hair conventions. My first flat iron. Dude, I want to get the new Shark. They came out with that new thing that it has the blow dryer. It's kind of like the Dyson thing, but you could bend the blow dryer thing. I probably never told you guys this. I know I told you I got the Shark blow dryer, but when I tell you 10 out of 10 on this blow dryer, I didn't get the one that's like the Dyson air wrap thing. I got just like a regular blow dryer. It has attachments, so I don't use really any of the attachments because they're kind of awkward to use with like that regular blow dryer thing. Although there is one attachment that I do use every once in a while if I want my hair to look like extra smooth. That thing's fucking amazing. But the blow dryer itself, I was just thinking this the other day. I was like, dude, this blow dryer is fucking amazing because I don't blow dry my hair when it's soaking wet. I usually let it dry almost the whole entire way before I start blow drying it. Like I leave it damp. So I'll like do my makeup and everything, and then I'll blow dry my hair after I'm done with my makeup. So it's almost like I would say like 80 to 90% dry. But the other day I was in a rush and I had to fucking dry my hair soaking wet. Like I had no choice. I didn't even do my makeup. I had to get out of the shower, blow dry my hair, and get out of the house. And I could not believe how fucking fast this thing dried my hair from like, I'm talking wet. Like it was soaking wet. I was like, dude, this thing is fucking impressive. It's impressive. It really is. The only fucking thing I don't like about it is it has this like heavy box thing on the cord. Like the cord is so fat and it has like this box on it. It's almost like a computer, like when you get like a laptop and it has that like thick charger battery thing on it. It's like that. And I don't understand why it's not there. Like I don't know what it's needed for. I don't know. That thing's annoying because it's a little heavy sometimes. Like you feel it when you're, blow drying your hair. Because I plug mine down like low. I don't have it on my counter because I will knock everything off my counter if I have the wire going across. So I plug mine on the wall on the opposite side. But anyway, the blow dryer itself is fucking unbelievable. Like it really is. I mean, 10 out of 10. I thought I loved my Babyliss. No, was it Babyliss? I don't know. I had another like really good blow dryer and I thought I loved that thing. No, this thing blows it away. Fucking blows it away. It's amazing. I wonder if Nettie C ever got her Dyson air dryer she wanted so badly. But now, I don't know. Now I got the other now they have this other one that it comes with a brush attachment. It comes with the what do you call it? the curling iron. It comes with a whole bunch of, I think it comes with a flat iron attachment, which the old ones didn't have. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I just saw it. I don't know if you guys follow this girl. I love her. She's so cute. Hold on, I gotta see what her name is. She's always doing like hair things, but she, of course, like I love when you watch those hair tutorial things on like YouTube and like their hair is so fucking amazing. And you're like, yeah, my hair, even if I did everything that you were saying to do right now, my hair still would look like shit because it always does. Um, Hold on, what's this girl's name? I know Erin something. I'm trying to think of her fucking Erin. I watched like 100 of her fucking shorts last night. She's a TikToker, but she has, Oh, here she is. Oh my god, that I almost started crying last night. Erin Dugan Jurchak. Erin Dugan Jurchak. Let me see what her channel name is. That's her channel name. Erin Dugan Jurchak. She's super pretty. She has like blue eyes. I don't know. She's gorgeous, the girl. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she does a lot of hair videos. Erin Dugan, I think, Jurchak. Jurchak. But she like tries out so many hair things. So I like watching her videos. She's always like, my hair's so fine. And I'm like, girl, your hair ain't fine. My hair is fucking fine. At least your hair is fine and holds a nice curl on it. But she's the one who I saw this thing on last night. Now I can't remember where it was because I watched like 1,000 of her videos. She does hair, makeup, things like that mostly. But she's like cute. Like she's like not, she's like bubbly and shit, but she's not like over the top like that girl Michaela, who's like, just come on, girl, you're totally acting. Nobody gets this fucking excited over lipsticks, okay? And her fucking annoying accent, Kim Kardashian. Like, she's got like a nice, pleasant voice. She's cute. And she does videos of her mom. Sometimes that's why I was gonna cry. They were opening up this little Labubu box in the video, and it was just so cute the way they were interacting with each other. And I was like, oh, it almost like I started like welling up in my eyes because I was like, oh my God, like those are like the little moments you like when somebody's gone that you miss. Like, I'm like, oh, I just miss sitting in the car with my mom, like laughing, like after a shopping trip, like looking through our shit and being like, why did we buy this? Like just like stupid things like that. I'm like, oh, I really miss my mom. I miss her so much. And plus it's coming up on that time of year where, she passed away. It's going to be 9 years. I can't even believe it. So, anyway, all right, I'm going to get off of here though, because I gotta figure out if I can watch my son's game. So, but I love you guys all for hanging. Thank you very much. I appreciate it on this Saturday afternoon while I'm home by myself. Well, not totally by myself with Ovi. But it was lovely talking to you guys. I'll try to get back, sometime next week. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your day. All right. I'll see you guys soon. And that's it. All right. All right. Let me hurry up. Let me go. Thanks, Beefregs. Let me go so I can see if I can watch Jesse's game. All right. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. I'll see you next week sometime. Peace out.